Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So, yesterday, man, that game, that game was kind of sad. Many reasons why it was sad, but it was sad nonetheless for us because Oklahoma gave us chance after chance to win that game. Oklahoma gave us chance after chance to win that game, and they just couldn't. They couldn't. Michigan couldn't capitalize offensively. You know, offensively, I'm not sure what they're trying to do. I'm not sure what they're trying to do offensively between the what's it called? Some of the play fakes and stuff. Bryce's faking it because I watched the game again this morning. You're play faking when you're play faking over here. The running back's over there. You're play faking the air. A fast physical defense that's disciplined. They're not falling. They're not falling for this play fake to air. Like, what are you doing? Like, some of the stuff was just, it was mind-boggling a little bit. All the screens, just screens back and forth, screens back and forth, screens back and forth, screens back and forth. Like, what are you doing, bro? You trying to just force it into it looks like Chip Lindsey wants it in Justice Haynes' hands, which is a good thing. Whether you're throwing it or whether you're passing it or running it. And he also wanted it in Samaj's hands. Samaj looked good until he got hit after the play. Then he was out of there. It looked like he probably had a concussion. You know what I'm saying? Which it should have been a penalty on that play. But it is what it is. So there was just a lot of confusion going on with what exactly are we trying to accomplish. Donovan McCulley, I'm not sure what he's doing, and I'm gonna drop the link. But this show is not gonna be like the regular show, the regular call-in show. This is gonna be a little bit different because Michigan fans, this is your time to vent. This is your time to vent. So it's not going to be everybody like that. This is going to be a chance for Michigan fans to vent about the game. Yeah, this is a chance for Michigan fans to vent about the game. But yeah, Donovan McCulley, I don't know what he's doing. Some of his routes look lazy. Like, bro, what are you jogging out there? You jogging? I saw Derek Moore looks like he was. I know he was dinged up, but if you out there, bro, show the effort. He dropped back into coverage. Mateer's running the ball. He's looking. Bro, you see he's got run up and hit him. You know, a lot of looking. Not enough reacting. And what else? They probably should have spied McCulley. They probably should have, not McCulley, Mateer. They probably should have spied Mateer. That was probably the right thing to do, was to keep a guy designated to him. I don't think they realized how good he was. You know? I don't think they realized how good he was. So I would have spied him. After halftime, I probably would have spied him. You know? But the way they beat us, it wasn't like they were just consistently just killing us on offense. It was a few plays here, a few plays there, a few plays, you know, besides that last drive. That last drive, they took our heart on that last one. I ain't gonna lie. They took our heart on that last drive. Let's see. Yeah, so the thing is in the chat, but yeah, they took our heart on that last drive. But Wink disappointed me with no twists, no stunts, barely any twists and stunts. Which, if you see you're not getting there without blitzing, if you can't get there with 4 without blitzing, you need to help them. How do you help them? By using twists and stunts, a staple of this defense for the last 3 years. So that was very disappointing to see that we didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get up there with 4, you can't get there with 4 and you have to blitz, that's a problem to me. That's a problem. Now, when you blitzed, we would get there. The question was, are they going to make the tackle? That was a problem. A lot of, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to start bringing y'all up. A lot of guessing when they get to Mateer. A lot of guessing, not a lot of firing off. I'm a laser. I don't care where you go. I'm about to run through you. I got my eyes on your hips. It don't matter what you do. I'm coming through. We didn't see that. Now, Oklahoma, their defense, we saw it. And I think that's the big difference right there. You know, our guys were guessing and I almost got him. Don't almost get him. Get him. I want to hear no almost and oh man, he got away and jog into the play. I saw some stuff that I really didn't like, jog into the play and stuff like that, bro. So I'm gonna start bringing y'all up.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Dom. How you doing?
I'm disappointed like everybody else. I think the main problem is cohesion with the offensive play calling, Johnny. It was like Lindsay was playing EA Sports college football and the lack of consistency there. And, you know, you're going to run the football like you started the show. Line up and run the football. Let's not try to run the football out of a spread offense with, you know, counter moves, this and that. I just didn't understand it. And we're going to run the ball, line up and run the ball like the start of second half. And what do you know? We put 8 guys at the line of scrimmage. We bust the play for 75 yards and a touchdown. And there are plenty of times where they were getting momentum, like you said, and Oklahoma was allowing us to get back into the game, and it would be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 6, whatever. It's like continue to run the football, and let's try something different. And concerning to me is I think Sherrone Moore, to me, it appears he puts so much trust in his offensive and defensive coordinators, and it's like, is Sherrone going to wait 8-9 weeks to take over the play calling? I mean, let Lindsay design the plays, but he shows no continuity, in my opinion, with planning his play calling for strategy as to what you're going to do next series, next quarter. It doesn't do that. It didn't set Bryce up for failure. I agree, you know, okay, Bryce needs to run a little bit like JJ did, but I've watched enough of Bryce. He doesn't need to run the football like, you know, like we're running the option. He doesn't need to do that. The pass that he had, Johnny, when he rolled right, and he could have ran for the first down, and he stopped.
It was in the red zone.
And he hit the tunnel on the sideline. That was impressive, man. I mean, the guy can throw the ball Somebody's got some background noise. Is that me?
I don't know who that.
That's me. Anyway, he could throw the ball anywhere on the field, from anywhere on the field. And I sincerely thought, and I'll wrap up with this. Thank you for having me. Oklahoma's defense gave up to Illinois State 32 rushing attempts. They gave up more yards rushing the ball. Plus, Oklahoma couldn't run the ball. 32 attempts for 100 yards against Illinois State. We got manhandled in the trenches. And I really think that Wink and Sharon need to pick 2 defensive tackles. Guys, you're our starters. The next 2 are backup. Everybody else, this isn't a participation award game. But we got 10 players. Whoever plays best in practice is going to start. There's no rhythm.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to figure out. Start figuring out against who was the first game?
That was New Mexico.
That's what I wanted to figure out against New Mexico. But we were flip flopping everybody, bringing in back four stringers in the first quarter and second quarter, bro. We got Oklahoma week 2.
Facts. And there's no continuity. I might be mistaken, but I don't think Benny got into the game until the fourth quarter. Started a game. The kid from Clemson, is it Trey Williams? Do I have that correct?
Yeah, Trey Williams.
He's first quarter, and he's like, "Get me out of the game. I need a blow." He didn't go back in the game the rest of this. I didn't notice him back in the game the rest of the game. I just really, how can it go that wrong? I think it goes that wrong because Sharon's asking asking Lindsey, you got this, you got that squared away. Okay, good. And Sharon's taking care of other things. And the reality is Chip Lindsey does not have strategy into his play calling, in the random nature of, okay, we ran, we had, a jumbo formation. Now let's spread it out and run the ball again. And, I appreciate you having me. It's disappointing, but overall, Johnny, Oklahoma took it to us physically. We can't have that, man.
They played our game. That was the most disappointing thing. Yeah. When it was winning time, they got that ball back. They got that ball with about 11 minutes.
Yes. And when there was like 6-8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and Venerables was running a power eye offense, running the ball right up the middle. I was, wow, this is humiliating, man. They're doing what we do with teams, and they'll get it fixed. We got 9 weeks for me. We got 9 weeks to prepare for the only game that matters. And I was on your buddy TJ's show last night. I waited until he took the calls, and I was astonished. Okay, that there were fans from the other school waiting all that time to get up and gloat. You don't see Michigan fans going to their channels and doing that nonsense. So, gloat, have fun, guys. It's a long season, and the game's in Ann Arbor. You beat Grambling, okay? And Texas had 4 turnovers and failures at the 1 and the 9. Relax. There's a lot of football to be played. And, I last thing for you, Johnny, is how do we go? We were ranked 14. We beat New Mexico. Teams ahead of us lose, and we dropped to 15. How convenient, because we're not going to be in the top 20 now.
Yeah, the teams that have lost were still ranked ahead of us, and some of the teams that had upsets or that won got moved ahead of us also.
Before last night, there should have been no way in hell Alabama should have been ranked ahead of us. We beat them twice, and they got manhandled by Florida State, yet they were ranked ahead of us. So, I mean, how do you fix it? I don't know, Johnny. A lot of injuries, man. A lot of injuries. They're
racking up fast.
And they said, physical camp, right? Sharon Moore wanted a physical camp, smash football. Johnny, how the hell do you get your tight end hurt in practice week going up to the Oklahoma game? I mean, how physical are you being in practice? You're going to get your tight end hurt. I don't know how he got hurt. I'm just assuming. But
are you being too physical? There's a thin line between being too physical and being stupid.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah,
You're
Yeah.
killing your own team.
Yeah. The talent's there.
Yeah.
It just needs to be reorganized, and the bickering amongst themselves. I've never seen that from Michigan teams, and it has to stop. It really has to stop. It's just a bad look. Michigan teams don't do that. Let other schools do that stuff. But going on the road with a freshman quarterback, you don't have him chasing 2 touchdowns the remainder of the game. You don't put a freshman with behind 2 touchdowns and have him chasing the scoreboard in Norman, Oklahoma. You just don't do that. And yeah, if you're gonna run, line up and run. And like you said, Johnny, run. You get that rhythm. Now you hit him with the play action. Send McCauley just down the sideline on a fly route and let Bryce wing it.
In a real play action.
Yes.
Not this play fake. The running back is over there and you're faking it over here. That makes no sense, bro. They did it about 4 times.
4 times. And then, Johnny, I'll close on this one. What in the hell was that? Let me pitch it to Samaj. Samaj pitches it back to Bryce. Bryce pitches it to McCauley. I'm like, guys, we're not the Harlem Globetrotters here. We're playing football. What are you doing? What are you doing?
And after that, they blew it up and you didn't see any more creativity, pretty much.
No. They have the players. They need organized. They need some healing. And I don't know. Look, El Hadi done for the season. Losing Babalola was a big loss. Is there any way that Haywood could get into the mix and start playing? There's some things on the offensive line. As always, needs cleaned up. But the biggest thing for me, pick 2 defensive tackles. Let them start. Let them get some continuity. Pick 2 backups. The rest of the guys, hey, this isn't a participation, trophy sport. But you can't be just rotating and rotating and rotating, especially in the trenches, Johnny. It's about getting to know the guy in front of you, right? His tendencies, and then you kind of start taking advantage of that as the game goes along. And there's none of that.
That's a fact. And Ty Lord, Hunky, I don't think that is Bryce messing that up. I think I see those plays designed all the time now where they just do that. So I don't think it was Bryce. I think that's actually how the play is designed.
I know people want to see Bryce run. Yeah, I'm thinking more of the lines of JJ McCarthy. He's not an option quarterback. He's not. He's got the mind. He's got the arm. He's got the touch. He could throw the ball anywhere on the field. And hey, we lost. Klein was hurt. We don't have any backup tight ends to get in and play that could run, little catch, 8-route route over the middle and catch a ball and get a first down. Where's the tight end play? Crazy, Johnny. Absolutely crazy. How'd it get that way? I mean, how'd it get that way?
Can we give Oklahoma some credit, man? We played a good team.
Everybody
Everybody just need to relax and stop crying. Like Oklahoma is going to be a playoff team, bro. That was a good team. Michigan just played. Like, we didn't play nobody state. That was a real good physical team, man. And I'm not as down as everybody. Like, you got to remember, man, we playing a true freshman 18-year-old quarterback.
You're forgetting
this is not JJ McCarthy in his 3rd year, bro. Like,
they had 2 freshmen.
He is the option quarterback. He was the number 1 option quarterback coming out of high school. They need to run him. He can run.
That's high school ball, okay? That's high school ball. Oklahoma had 2 freshman offensive linemen starting, and their defense gave up 32 rushing attempts for over 100 yards to Illinois State. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. Every game is different, bro.
Yeah.
Just because that happened last week don't mean it was going to happen this week.
Let me say this, Venice, and I'll get out the way here. The bottom line is we could talk about failed plays, play calling, should have did this, could have did that. The bottom line is Michigan got Michigan yesterday. They got out physical yesterday, and they were disorganized, and they didn't know how to get organized.
I don't know if I'll go that far though.
Yeah, that's not true.
Guys played hard.
You're
I feel like the guys did play hard.
in spots. You know, all the time. Not every play was perfect. You know, could have made some more plays, but I do think they did play hard. I
Yeah,
won't say that.
for
I did
sure
like
they did.
even on like the deep ball where TJ Metcalf got beat off the
I don't
blitz.
know. I
like
seen a
him
lot
play
of jogging out there by wide receivers. I seen a lot of confusion. And the confusion, when you're confused, you don't react and you don't play aggressively because you're thinking. And they just need some organization, and the play calling needs to be strategized so that if you're calling a play now in the first quarter, you're setting it up for something you're going to do in the second, third quarter, later in the game. And this was just a hodgepodge.
The thing that really hurt Michigan was the quarterback run. The quarterback run really burnt us. And then it really hurt us on key downs, like third and short and in the red zone. So if you really watch the game, like, Michigan defense didn't do that bad. You know, besides that first drive, like, you know, they had some struggles on offense, but what they kept turning to was the quarterback run, and that killed us.
Johnny, I'm going to check out, give somebody else some time. Thank you for having me. Go Blue. They just need to get it together and get organized, and let's hope some of these injuries heal quickly. I mean, you know, so.
And I just got a question. Why do we keep rotating linebackers? Like, I don't mind rotating the defensive line, but why are we rotating linebackers? Like, I feel like Ernest Hausman should never come off the field.
You got to give them a break, man. They got to get a break.
No, linebackers don't need breaks.
Yes, they do, bro. Everybody needs breaks.
Don't.
It's a physical game.
Go watch the NFL game. They don't rotate linebackers.
You're talking about college and pros. Those are two different things.
We don't.
And he was on the field most
Alabama.
of the field.
Go watch Georgia. They're not rotating linebackers.
Venice. We've been rotating linebackers since 2021. That's our scheme. We rotate.
I don't get that, bro. That, to me, that don't make no. You don't take your best player off the field. Understand
it keeps them. The goal is to keep them fresh. So in the fourth quarter,
like we putting in number 30. Man, he can't run. 23, Roller, I don't mind him on the field. He's good.
I wasn't a big fan
of Roller. I like. He made one good play on the game, but he shouldn't be out there. I'm sorry.
I put
Cole listen. Look. This is the bottom line, man. Let's get right to the meat and potatoes of this shit. First of all, we got punched in the face. It was a fist fight, and we lost a fist fight. Take it for what it is. No fucking excuses. We leave that to that other fan base. Oklahoma was better coached, better prepared, the better team. Bottom line. None of that's debatable. None of that's debatable.
Yeah, we knew that coming in.
That's the bottom line. Two. Chip Lindsey. You go to Baskin Robbins. We have flavors, but he want to go vanilla. Just vanilla. Man, mix some chocolate in there. Throw some strawberry. Throw some cookies and cream. Come on, man. And this is what we got. You putting Bryce in the bubble, bro. You can't put an athlete in the bubble. Did they fucking put Mattia in the bubble yesterday? They didn't give a fuck. They wanted that game. We gonna win this game. Fuck a bubble. We ain't got time to fucking say, oh, no, we got to win this game today. And they did. Shout to Mattia. He fucking gave it to us yesterday. Shout to Brett Venables. They were more physical. It is what it is. There's no excuses here. Is Michigan talented? Hell yeah. Am I fucking jumping off the building? Hell no. Hell no. This team is talented. They could get it together, but this is a gut check. The teams, the coaches, first of all, before Sharon get these 2-game suspension, he better have a fucking meeting with his coaching staff and say, listen, bro, I don't give a fuck. This is what we doing. And with his team, everybody look in the fucking mirror and say, bro, do we want last year? Because this was very reminiscent of last year. I thought I was Kirk Campbell calling plays. I said, oh, shit. Kirk Campbell is back because we didn't do nothing. Absolutely nothing special. I know Brett Venables is like, what the fuck? This shit is easy. This was easy, bro. Loading the bots, blitzing, bro. O-line did not play good. They didn't play atrocious, but they didn't play good. They got outplayed. They got punched in the face. Defense, somebody said it. They didn't play atrocious, but they didn't play good. They played okay. And third down is where we got beat. Third down, the money down. That's the money down. This is where you make your money.
Yeah, that's
and
facts.
we didn't make money on third down. We fucking went. We overdraft fees right now on third down. Made no money. No money. So if you're not winning those, you're not gonna win, bro. Especially on the road to a good team. Now, I'm not gonna say Oklahoma's a playoff team. I don't know, maybe, but they're a good team, bro. They're a good team. There's no shame. That wasn't fucking Central Michigan who did that to us. But we have to, again, get back to opening up the playbook. We didn't bring Bryce here to fucking be vanilla, bro. He can make it happen. And the receivers, again, I said it going into this game. I pick Oklahoma. My fan, yo, Maniac. Yo, bro, Brock, I call it like it is, bro. I'm a fan. You see this shit. I spent thousands of fucking dollars on clothes, traveling for this fucking team. Ain't nobody could fucking tell me shit. But I'm a realist. I'm not going to just pick Michigan because it say Michigan. I'm going to talk football. Bro, and that's exactly what happened yesterday. And they didn't even play a clean game neither, Oklahoma. So, bro, it could have looked worse. But one of the positives that I did like is that Michigan in 2 games, offensively, hasn't turned over the ball. So that's good. We're protecting the ball. So that's always a good sign, especially when you got a young quarterback under center. So hopefully, Central Michigan, guys, Central Michigan, I don't want to fucking see 27-10 game. That shit better be 41-3. I want to see domination. Quarter 1 to quarter 4. Domination. This team is not better than us. We're going to see how mad this team is. If it's in the fucking third quarter and Michigan is up 21-13, bro, it might be an ugly season for Michigan. And the Nebraska game, because we ain't going to lose to Central, regardless of the score. The Nebraska game is when the season starts again. If Michigan loses that game, bro, it's going to be a long season.
Hey, but if we go back to last week, we didn't even, if you take out those big runs, we didn't really have a great run game. So like, if you look at our run game right now, it's really just like hit or miss. It's like we either gonna get a big run or it's gonna be 1 or 2 yards. So like, I think they need to, I don't know what they need to do up front, but they need to get the offensive line to create better holes, because that's why drives is not being sustained. You feel me? Like, we're not getting 5-6 yards to carry. We only getting, if we take out that big run, if we take out the big runs last week, we was only averaging like 3 yards to carry. And that was against New Mexico.
At least
so if you come into a game versus Oklahoma with that same type of run game, hey man, you get what you get.
Yeah, and look, man, we got to understand something, that and remember, all 3 levels of that defense, we have veterans. I don't want to hear this defense is young. Nah, bro, there's veterans on all 3 levels. So I expected more. Again, if we're gonna be good, secondary got to tighten up. We got to get home with 4, bro. We couldn't get home with 4. Derek Moore, I understand he was injured. He didn't play much. TJ Guy, a guy that I was excited for coming this season. You only heard his name one time. That was the interception in New Mexico. It's like he's not even on the field, bro.
Right.
Our D-line is not getting it done pass rush-wise. We got to constantly bring pressure with a linebacker or a safety. And missed tackles, bro. You got to wrap up, especially when you play an athletic quarterback like Mattia. You saw it on the Brandon Hillman. Now, Hillman, he'll fucking put your lights out. Bang, hold that. But you got to wrap up, champ. Mattia breaks that tackle, throws the ball for like 50 yards. They on the goal line. Now you went from them punting to now them scoring a touchdown. So it was both. You can't have that moving forward, bro. The little things. Johnny, football's about what? X or what? Execution. There you go, bro. The little things. If Michigan executes yesterday, it's a much better game. Probably still lose, but a much better. You got to execute, guys, even against the small schools. And New Mexico, like I think Venice was saying, we wasn't executing. Besides those big runs, we wasn't pushing them like that. So that has to change, man. And you got to get Bryce out the bubble, bro. You have to. We put Bryce in the bubble all season. What the fuck? That's like fucking getting a Ferrari and just fucking drop 50 miles per hour all the time and just going around the neighborhood. Like, nigga, let that shit loose.
It's like they scared to run him or something, bro.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
I don't like. There was one design run.
Yeah.
There was one design run, and when he tried, bro, there was already 3 yards in the backfield. Oklahoma, bro, we were so predictable yesterday. That shit, it was like, what was the next day after Sunday? Monday. We all know that. That was yesterday. They already knew what was happening. So, bro, look, at the end of the day, I know this season is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So, and what helps us, we don't have a tough schedule. So that's gonna help us a lot. Michigan could still win 10 games. I'm confident in that. And we could also lose 5 games. I'm also a realist that could happen as well. And anybody say otherwise, they lying to themselves.
Yeah, you're right, because you got to look at our schedule this year. But look how many road games we got. Like, we don't have back-to-back home games.
Yo, since when? That's another thing. Since when the fuck? What's up with Ward Manuel letting that shit happen?
Yeah,
no
they played us this year, bro, with that. Because you got to think, look, we go to Nebraska, and then I think we got a home game, and then we go to USC. Like, those games
flip-flopped all year. Home away.
Right, home away. So that Nebraska and USC game, I don't want to say that's the season, but that's the season.
Nah, that's the season for sure. This was our schedule was part of the NCAA punishment.
Yeah, I think so too, bro. I said that.
Yeah, I guess.
Man, our schedule Mickey, man. Cut that shit.
Man, what up, brother?
What up? Yo, so I want to say this, bro. It looked like they had 3 pages of plays against Oklahoma, and that's it. They do need to like open that thing up, let Bryce be Bryce, because otherwise he gonna be in the portal. And we just gonna be short $12 million or whatever it was to get him here. And I heard Dom say that we got out physical. I agree with that. By the way, there was Oklahoma was playing downhill all night, bro, and they were disrespecting us. Like they didn't believe we could complete a pass down the field. They were stacking the box, and even when they weren't stacking the box, the safeties were just downhill. It was just downhill, even if they was lined up 10, 15 yards off the ball. It was kind of disrespectful the way that they played defense against us, and we couldn't take advantage of it. The offensive line got to be better too, though. I think that's just a fact, bro. Bryce can't be Bryce if the offensive line can't give him more time. And I saw a couple of those dudes are going to the infirmary, so it looks like it's going to get worse before it gets better. But it's a lot to work on.
Who stepped in for El Hadi when he got hurt?
He got rolled up on.
A Phobie.
I didn't know how he did, but I'm curious to watch.
Yeah, it was. Listen, this was a physical game, man. That was a physical game, and we the ones came out limping. We gotta lick our wounds, bro. You know how we do. Next man up. That's been the Michigan mantra for the last couple of years, and nothing gonna change. We deep at a lot of positions. Next man up. You wanted your time. This is your time. Sometimes it doesn't come when you want it, but you better be ready, man. You better be ready because we're gonna hold everybody accountable on that team. But it starts with the coaching staff. You gotta have your team prepared. And that Michigan team did not look prepared last night, man. And again, I'm gonna say it again. Shout to Oklahoma, man. You got to give credit to your opponent because, they came to play, man. Right. It was a winnable game. It wasn't not like, Michigan had no chance. It was, but if you 9 completions, 9 for 24, no bueno.
And a lot of those, you got to remember, a lot of those were screens.
Fact.
About 5 or 6 of them were screens.
Right.
Yeah. And nothing. And it was, listen, that reverse to McCulley, I'm not mad at it. The timing of it is I'm mad. You see, you got to read it. See, this is what I tell people. as a quarterback, there's certain things you got to see. Bryce didn't see that, bro. You had two guys come, bro. They were waiting for McCulley. They right here. They doing TikToks waiting for McCulley to come. Like, yo, hurry up, bro. We see that reverse coming. Hey, boom, 88-yard loss. Come on, bro. Like, we looking like the little giants out there yesterday, man.
It seemed like to me on offense, they gave Oklahoma too much respect. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't try to attack Oklahoma. You know what I mean? Like, it seemed like they used the game plan last week instead of this week. Like, you know how last week they came out and got Bryce right in rhythm. And so, you know, like this week, he never got in rhythm. He never got in rhythm. And they didn't even try to get him in rhythm in the second half, neither.
No, they wanted to keep him in bubble wrap and we don't want him to make mistakes and we're not gonna run him, bro. We're playing football. If you scared, get back on the bus, bro. If you scared, get back on the bus. We trying to win. We ain't trying to make sure Bryce doesn't get hurt, bro. Nah. If you scared he gonna get hurt, put a quarterback in the game where you gonna play football with him. Right. And that's for real.
Yeah, I'm tired of this narrative of, we don't have a backup. Most teams don't got no backup. Right. Who's Oklahoma's backup? We don't know who their backup is. They ran that boy to win.
And he was smiling the whole way.
By the way,
we gotta stop, man. Bryce is, if y'all go watch his high school tape, man, they was running that boy in high school.
That's a fact. By the way, Mateer Cook rolled her, bro, on one of those runs he had.
I said that minute. I don't know why rolled her out there.
That was the first drop.
I'm sorry, me personally, I don't like rotating linebackers. Like,
bro, that's going. And I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't even no point in getting mad at that because they're not gonna stop doing that.
It's like, why are we? I just feel like, or at least Hausman. Hausman should never come off the field unless he asks to come off the field. Like, he's like him and the other kid is our number one, is our best defensive players. I understand we didn't have him in the first half, so somebody had to play. But I feel like, and then out of just on a positive note, number 23 is a baller.
Yeah, Sullivan. He's just young. He's still learning.
Yeah, he's young. He's a baller though.
He's good. Yeah, Sullivan's gonna be a
Sullivan's the baller.
I'm not. Look, I was way more upset last season after Texas. I'm still upset. Don't get me wrong, because I'm okay with the loss. I'm not okay with the way we lost.
Right.
That's what I'm not okay with. And the preparation. Right. You could say, listen, it was right there. We had it. We just one opportunity. Nah, it was a lot, and that's not. And we expected coming into year 2 a wink, right? We said it, right? We coming into the season, we wasn't questioning the defense. We said, we gonna beat that defense. And now we questioning the defense. Not as much. I think they'll get it together. But bro, I'm just seeing yesterday just show me that look, if we're gonna compete for anything, let alone a playoff spot, we better get it together, and these players got to play more discipline, bro. Like, just flying around, you got to tackle, bro. You got to break down, bro. No, I didn't fucking play college football, but I play football, bro. One thing I knew how to do is fucking tackle. I could do that. I bet my life on that. And these guys are just crashing out, bro. Grab his motherfucker and make sure he on the floor, But you got to give it to Mateer, bro. You got to give it to Mateer. Ain't nobody could take it from him. And then having his OC from Washington State come with him to Oklahoma, you saw it, bro. Like, they were so comfortable, bro. They were Michigan never. We had no rhythm. You got to have rhythm, man.
Hey, what's up? Hey, man. I don't know if Juju's in here listening, but everything I said that was going to be a problem, and I said the defense isn't up to snuff. Everything I was saying literally showed up in this game, bro. Everything. And by the way, it goes deeper than that, man. The line of scrimmage is trash. This is giving me 2013 Devin Gardner fucking vibes, bro, with the way the O-line's playing, man. I don't know, man. I'm personally, if this continues, dog, I need to buy a plane ticket for Sharon Moore. I'm not even playing.
And to me, our offensive line, because every year is different. This offensive line seemed like they better at pass protection than run blocking.
They ain't good at anything.
They only got one sack.
Yeah, one sack yesterday.
They only had one sack, and then we got to give Link. Link got better.
Nah, bro.
Link wasn't a problem all game. You know what I mean? Both tackles didn't look that bad, but to me, it seemed like our run blocking is not up to par.
No, bro. The O-line's trash. Point blank. Period.
I wouldn't say trash.
No, it's trash.
Run blocking, we're not that good.
No, the O-line's trash, bro. Go rewatch the game. Bryce Underwood back there. Not able to set his feet or nothing. He's running for his life. He's backing up, getting put the middle of the O-line, especially, is getting pushed in his lap. And by the way, I don't even think. Look, people are going to say Oklahoma. I don't even think Oklahoma's that great. I really don't.
Nah, they good, bro.
I don't think they're that great, and you're gonna see that. They a 7-win team, bro. I'm telling you right now, they a 7-8 win team.
No, they're not.
They good, not great.
They're a good team, but
they might be.
They not all that. I can't say.
They might be a 7-8 win team, but it's only because of that schedule, bro. They play pretty. They play pretty good football, bro.
Good. They defense play good. They offensive line with.
They gave us that game. We literally had last year. We saying the same thing as last year.
Right.
Man, if we had an offense that game, man, we would have took that game.
Right.
If we had an offense, you know what I'm saying? We still playing with one hand but tied behind our back, bro.
Right.
I wasn't overly impressed with the defense either, but
no, me neither.
Speak on it, then, brother. Speak on it.
Yeah, like Wink wasn't. It wasn't like Wink set the world on fire out there. Material was destroying this defense, bro. He got whatever he wanted, basically, whenever he wanted. And by the way, this could have been even more Shabba Ranks if he completes a couple passes that he missed on. Like the interception that Metcalf got, he clearly overthrew that dude, and he didn't have a defender around him. If he puts that on that dude's body, that's a big gain. If nothing else, maybe a touchdown if he makes a move on Metcalf, because that's the only person he has to beat at that point. Then you saw it was another throw. He overthrew his tight end in the end zone. Like, this could have been real Shabba Ranks for Michigan. Yeah.
On the trick play.
Michigan got out of there light, bro.
On the defense, we need a Mikey in that nickel, and that makes that Wink defensive system go. So they're gonna need to get somebody in that nickel.
Yeah, my biggest pet peeve when it comes to stuff, man. This is why people gonna say I'm jumping early. I'm personally out on Sharon because I cannot stand pussy ass coaching. When you coaching like a fucking pussy out there, and you want to run the ball you want to throw screens on every 3rd and long. You want to run on 3rd and 6 and then kick a fucking field goal. What the fuck is the point of running on 3rd and 6 and getting short yardage if you just gonna kick a field goal? Then you run it 3. We're down. I forget how much we were down, but you run it 3 times, and fortunate that they roughed the kicker, but you run it 3 times, not even giving our fucking team a chance to do shit. And then I cannot stand that shit. And then you call 2 timeouts just because you're disorganized in the 4th quarter on a drive.
But that's Coach Moore reminded me of Notre Dame of Freeman when he went against Ohio State. That's what this game kind of reminded me when Freeman jacked off that game. Going against his alma mater, and it was like the moment was just
the second timeout he had to call. The first one was absolutely stupid because it was like 2nd down and like 1 yard, bro. Let that play go. Whatever you called and didn't let it go. Unless we were gonna lose 10 yards, it would have been okay because we still had 3rd down and short. You know what I mean? You got to let that one go.
And by the way,
the second one he had to call.
Yeah, Johnny, his sideline demeanor during the game is also trash. He looks like he's shitting bricks.
It is, and he's got. I need to see more fire out of him.
Yeah,
like holding players. I think Sharon's a little bit too much of a player's coach. Like, you got to have some fire. It's game time and it's discipline time, and I got to be on these refs. I got to be sharp on these refs. On my players, understanding the standard that I'm holding them to. Let me read these super chats before somebody go.
Sir.
Shout out to James Cooper, $2. He said, should have given Mentor a blank check. Boy, you ain't never lied. That's that you preaching right there.
Yeah, but Minter would have had he had a show cause, so he wouldn't be.
Oh, you're right. That's
so
true.
It
Also,
matter.
that's true.
No, you can
So
still
it
coach
don't-
with a show calls because
it don't
Sharon
matter.
got show calls.
Look.
Yeah, but
Hold on, let me
Sharon
read
got
this
it
other
while
super
he was
chat.
already having a job, though. That's different.
Yeah,
D
look,
Diego, appreciate the $5. Hold on, man. Let me
Okay,
read the
yeah,
super.
yeah.
Appreciate the $5. Wink third down defense since he took over has been trash. We can't get off the field. Yeah, it's
Johnny,
suspect.
that blitz into the house on that 8-minute drive on that
That
third
was
or
the
whatever.
stupidest thing I
Bro,
ever
what
seen.
the
Somebody
hell
blew
are we
coverage.
doing? Cut
Somebody
that Don
blew
Brown
coverage.
shit out.
No, somebody blew a cut. The end was
Nah, I
supposed
actually
to
like
peel
that.
off.
You're supposed to cover the running back when you do
Right.
No,
The
I'm talking
end
about
was
the
supposed to
zero
peel off.
blitz.
The
running
end
back.
blew the
You gotta
coverage.
send him and cover the
The zero blitz?
time.
No, it
I
wasn't.
like you.
The end was supposed to pull off. He never pulled off.
I don't care, bro. I hate that zero blitz bullshit.
No, it would have
Don't
worked.
do
I'm
it.
not gonna lie, it works.
Because the
Was he
running back,
supposed to pull off,
end would have
though? Do
peeled
we
off.
know that for a fact?
Yes, we know
yeah,
that for a
I
fact.
don't think
Because
that. I don't know about
you don't
that.
never rush 7 and leave the running back wide open. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
bro.
I don't know though.
That's
That
exactly
could
what
have
a
been a
zero
call.
blitz
I
is,
know for a
dog.
fact. I played
No,
football.
dog. That's what a
zero
zero blitz is.
No,
Because
no,
you.
a zero
has to be
isn't
manned
that.
up on the
No,
running
you
back
know it's
unless
not.
you're
What is a zero blitz then,
Bro,
Venice?
a zero is when you rush 6, not 7.
No, you could rush
Bro,
7.
you don't.
No, you
what?
don't rush 7.
You could rush
Zero,
7.
Wing
zero
is
literally
rush
means
seven.
you're
Rush
only
seven
guarding
guys.
these. Yo, all right, bro. All right.
The
Wink has
end,
rushed
the
7 plenty
defensive
of times,
end
bro.
was
Hey, dog,
supposed to
you
peel
can't-
off and get
dog,
the back.
No, bro. You can
Yes,
literally.
bro.
You can literally hop on a video game and see a zero blitz, and that's not what it is.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's a video game. I'm talking about in
Bro,
real
they
life.
got the plays from the actual coaches. What are you
Bro,
talking
in
about?
real life, the end is supposed to cover the back.
Hey, dog. I don't know who taught you football or
I
where
played
you played at.
football.
I'm
played
acknowledging you
football.
play high school football,
you don't.
and obviously your coach doesn't know a zero
And I
blitz
played
either. If
a
he
zero
told you that's
blitz-
what it is.
A zero blitz doesn't mean
Good.
you always cover the back.
Yeah,
Zero
it does.
blitz means
That-
you
that
could
don't
bring.
even make
you-
sense.
Bro,
Why would it be zero then? Why they call it zero, Venice? Why they call it zero?
Let me say this.
Why they call it zero? No, say
Okay,
that. Why they
wait,
call it
wait,
zero?
bro.
If
Go ahead,
if we cover in the back, why they call it zero?
Let me let you go ahead. Are you
No,
done?
I'm asking you, dog. Why they call it zero?
It's called zero because there's no safeties in the middle of the field. That's why. It has
Kick
nothing
rocks,
to
bro.
do with
Kick
not
rocks.
covering the running back.
Tell us what a zero blitz is then.
I just told you.
Tell us
That's
again.
when there's
Tell us
no
again, 'cause I wasn't
safeties in the
listening.
middle of the field. It's called
Right.
zero because it's zero coverage. That don't mean it's
Bro,
zero
on a zero
people
blitz, you
covering
could bring
people.
as many people as you want. You know
No,
what I mean?
Mute his microphone, bro.
Just let me say this. When they called that blitz right there, both defensive ends are hot. So if the back goes to the left defensive end supposed to get the running
Can
back.
I tell
If
you
let me
why the
finish
back
talking,
wasn't
bro.
supposed to be
Let me finish,
covered?
I'm gonna let you go. If the running back goes to the right, the defensive end is supposed to peel out and get him.
No. Can I tell
Yes,
you why
yes,
that's
yes,
not
yes.
true? I can tell
That
you why
is
that's not true.
They blew the coverage.
Because he did
Even
the
Sam
same
Webb
shit
said
last
it.
year.
Even
He
Sam
did.
Webb said
He
it.
did the same shit last year. We did the
No,
same
we blew
blitzes
a
early
coverage,
last
bro.
year. We did the same fucking thing. We got cooked on them.
We
blew
get
a
cooked
coverage.
every time he does that, bro. We get cooked every time.
I don't love it, but we blew a coverage.
We did not blow a coverage.
Bro, they
We
check-
did, bro. You never
they
supposed to
literally-
let the running back release by itself. Never.
You literally saw.
You can't.
This is the
No,
thing,
bro.
bro. We literally saw this play. The commentators call it out. 7 guys on the line. These are they. Looks like the Wink is coming for them. Oklahoma checks. We should have checked out of that. We should have checked right out of that. And he ran it. Wide open running back leaks out.
Hey, do y'all ever
Johnny,
see
it
Wink
shouldn't
check
even
out?
be in the playbook, Johnny. It shouldn't even be in the fucking playbook.
You're right.
It
It's like
worked.
Wink has to run that once.
No,
a
it
game.
should not be in the playbook. I have never seen that work under Wink. I've never seen it work.
Hold on. Let me
Multiple
ask the
times.
panel.
No, we never zero blitzed in the game like that. That was the only time.
Let me
No,
ask
it's
the
not.
panel
We
this.
definitely came in the double mug set when did a zero blitz and had 2 free rushers come in. We definitely
No,
That's
we
what I'm
never
saying. We did
zero.
it in
We
the
never
game.
brought
That wasn't
7.
even
That
the
was the only
first
time we
time
brought
we did
7.
It wasn't.
talking
It
about
wasn't the
look.
first
I'm
time.
talking about the look. In terms
I'm not.
of the
I'm not.
defensive
I'm
side.
not talking about the look. I'm talking about bringing 7.
Fair enough.
Look,
I
the
keep telling
bottom
you,
line.
you're never supposed to
I
bring 7.
look. We
Wink
listen.
does it, bro. He brings 7.
Wink.
He does that.
No,
It's
no, he
evident.
don't.
It's evident that this
We did that
coaching
against
staff.
USC. Remember that, Johnny? Last year, we got
We
cooked
did
like
it against Washington in the red zone.
hibachi chicken.
We did it
Yeah.
against Fresno State in the first game.
Yeah, he does
They
that.
scored a first touchdown on
Yeah,
the 0.
and Zeke blew the coverage.
No, he got
Zeke
cooked.
wasn't
It's
supposed
off.
to come.
Bro,
No,
don't.
Zeke was there. Zeke
Y'all
was on
forgot?
coverage.
I
The
hate that
receiver
shit
made
in
a move.
college, bro. You're expecting to you need to have like elite secondary to do a 0 blitz. That's like that's something you do at like the end of no. Don't be doing that unless you have like top of the line secondary because they're all on islands. They're all on islands.
And it was obvious, bro, that all of our corners and safeties were like 8 yards off the ball on that play. I think it was a 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6, and they're 8 yards off.
Johnny, you know another obvious play? You know that's
real quick.
My bad.
If you understand football, all you have to do is run some slants to where the blitz is coming from. You throw right at the blitz. It ain't hard to stop. I mean, it ain't hard to beat. You throw right at the blitz if you see it's coming, but they did something similar. Let the running back leak out. Go ahead, Ben.
Johnny, you know another obvious play that just told the defense what it was about to be? There was I forget what point the game was. It was a screen to, I believe, Haynes, but you had Bredesen out on the to be a wide receiver to block. If you see Bredesen out at the wide receiver, out there, the defense is like, oh yeah, this is a screen. Well, they ain't throwing. Why is he out there? The only reason he out there is the fucking block.
Yeah, man. Look, we look, man. We should be upset because this is already year 2 with this coaching staff, veteran defense. This is the kind of shit we shouldn't be seeing this early. Yeah, here and there is gonna happen. No defense is perfect, but we seen too much mistakes from a veteran defense in the second season under Wink. Now, is it gonna be a mirror of last season where mid-season is like, okay, here we go, Wink. Now you being Wink. Is it gonna be too late then? I don't want it to be too late. This schedule is Mickey Mouse, and if y'all think last year was bad, this next season's schedule, man, oh man, that schedule's no joke next season for Michigan. So, bro, we better get it together as a team. I wanted to ask y'all, what do you want to see from Central Michigan next week? I want to hear
Open
this.
it up. Throw
Huh?
the rock. Throw the rock. I want to see Andrew Marsh do something. I want to see receivers be able to do something. Catch a fucking ball. Like, that's really what I want to see. We can run the ball too. I want to see the O-line hold up well, but I really just want to see our receivers make plays and make it easy on Bryce.
That's a fact.
Quick throws, hitch, 4 or 5 yard hitches, boom, real quick. Get him in the fucking rhythm and run traditional screens, not these fucking side screens. Throw traditional. Let your O-line get out, running back, act like he's blocking Binkata. Right there, this shit is not fucking physics, bro. This shit ain't fucking rocket science. We play like a pee-wee team. What the fuck we doing out there?
I love me a good maniacism.
I like Blake Frazier. His dad played at Michigan. He bring that Hutch energy. I know he a young player, but every time he get in the game, something good on that offensive line.
Yeah, I like him. I like Frazier.
Something happens.
Who? Blake Frazier?
Blake Frazier on that line.
Michigan. The good thing, bro. Michigan got depth at the O-line, man. I think that we could get it together. Again, if we play Central Michigan, bro, and we struggling to run the ball, yo, what up, G? If we struggling to run the ball and the passing game is just looking okay, bro, I don't know what to say, because that Nebraska game is going to be the real test, bro. If we go into Lincoln and win that game, then I feel much better moving forward. But if we lose that game, yeah, bro, it might be another five loss season. Real talk.
To me, the travesty was we went that out of half that 6 offensive lineman set. He never went back to that. To me, you go back to that. Oklahoma can't stop it. Keep doing it, just like Penn State.
I can't say that, man. Yeah, we broke one off on that play, but that doesn't mean if we run it again that they ain't going to stop it. They were stopping the run all night.
We
broke one, but they were stopping the run all night.
If it ain't broken,
run blitz, that's why it broke.
just keep. You got to show me you can stop it. They didn't show us that they can stop it.
Nah, man, I ain't with that, man. Look,
I think they could have
When we
stopped
tried to get on the edges with what's his name? With Haynes, it worked. I think we tried it twice. One was a little toss, and the other one was I don't know if it was a counter or what, but we got to the outside, but they really didn't try it much.
Right.
Besides
I think it was a counter.
Yeah. So I'm not sure why they didn't go back to that, trying to get to the edges and not just running up the middle, letting them tee off.
Yeah, Johnny, my biggest problem is the third down play calling. It was so pussy, bro.
Yeah,
you're not even giving your team a chance to win the game. It's not like these are 3rd and 20s and you're like, let's just run it. So our punter got a chance to put. No, it's 3rd and 9, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 13. These are downs where you should try to convert them in a big game. Now let's just run it up the middle for 2 fucking yards. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
That looked like Harbaugh's offense.
Well, bro, Harbaugh does that too, but the difference is Harbaugh, especially those last few years, he's gonna put the ball in the quarterback's hand and at least try to convert the fucking down.
We did it last week, and why this week we handcuff again? Like I said, we put Bryce in the bubble yesterday. What the fuck they saving him for? Purdue? We saving him for Northwestern? Get the fuck out of here! Come on, bro. This is ridiculous.
You got to let him, and that's my worry is, how are you going to use this dude? Like how are you going to use this dude? Because I can tell y'all telling him not to run, and so when he's escaping the pocket and things, and there's yardage that he can get with his legs, he's thinking, don't take a hit, don't take a hit, don't run, don't take a hit. You can't play football like that, bro. Like stop. Cupcakes, I get it. Big time games, all right, Bryce, go get it. Go get it. Remember what I told you for New Mexico? Take it out the window. Just be safe, but go get it, dog. Go get it. You got to play like that, bro. You can't. I'm protecting him. We don't have a backup, bro. All right. What school are we?
Right.
School of we cupcakes. We soft now. We scared he gonna get hurt. We scared to win. We scared to win the game because he might get hurt. We'll take Oklahoma, take Texas, take these big time out of conference games off the schedule. Take them off because we ain't playing for real. We scared.
Hey fellas,
can I ask a question?
Go for it.
Just ask.
Did you think we was gonna go undefeated this year?
No,
we could have, but
it's not about that. It's not about.
I'm just asking. Do you think we was gonna go undefeated?
No, but it's not about losing the game. It's about how they lost the game.
I understand that, but you got a young freshman on the road, first time under the lights in Oklahoma. Any night game you play anywhere, most times on that stage is gonna be hard to win. Like that's not a unusual thing for no team.
It's not about that they lost the game, dude. It's about how they lost the game.
Exactly.
I said I understand that.
But someone said about that. I forgot who was just talking right now. That was the reason I said Michigan was gonna lose this game. Me and my brother M3. Oh no, Bryce, he's like that. Y'all don't understand. Bro, this shit matters.
Like
reality sets in for a lot of fans. Like, bro, it don't work like that. Bro,
I mean, we don't know if it's a bad loss yet. We don't know what type of loss this is in that situation.
Oh no, it's a bad loss based purely off of the coach. Based purely off. I can explain to you how. I can explain to you how it's a bad loss because of how they lost. Losing. And hold on. And by the way, the game probably should have been way worse. The score probably should have been way worse.
They missed some tackles too. They could have flipped the game.
Oh my God!
They had some opportunities.
Sugarcoating. I can't do it
during that game. but don't
Hey,
do
can
it.
I chime in, fellas?
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Just you got to just jump in. Jump
Yeah,
in.
I got
Yeah,
you. I got you.
everybody, let's let everybody cook. Let's let
Yeah.
everybody cook.
Um. So just based on what I seen last night, I know you guys are talking about the offense right now. I kind of tap in on both sides, but as far as the offense, it's pretty much the same thing that everybody else been saying about the play calling. It was terrible. My thing is, I think Sharon Moore deserves as much credit as the offensive coordinator. Because I just like we 2 years in a row where we had the trash dude last year, and now we got this guy. So Sharon has to take some responsibility for this, because I personally think he's telling these guys to run a certain type of offense. He may not be calling the actual plays, but I think he's telling them pull back, scale. But you know what I mean? Like I think he's
100% agree.
The
yeah,
spread and
because it's like,
smash. The
huh?
spread and smash. Just let Chip Lindsey do his thing, bro. Just
And,
let him
and
do
you
his
know it's
thing.
crazy. On a May show, I know I had mentioned sometime during last season, I was like, I think Sharon has a lot to do with this. You know what I mean? And my personal opinion, I think he needs to go back and I think he needs to lead the offense to guys as far as the play calling alone and what style offense they running and focus more so on helping the offensive line. I think he needs to go back and just lock in and help that other guy with the offensive line because it looks like we're having a real developmental issue in
Yeah,
a
I
lot
agree
of
with that 100.
in a
percent
lot of in a lot of positions. Sharon Moore is an offensive line specialist. That's what he broke into the game with. That's what he played college ball in. Lead the quarterbacks, the running backs, why lead them alone and go help out your bread and butter. What got you to where you are now. That's what you're good at because we're really having issues in certain positions with development. I know somebody mentioned last night we're going to see who was who problem this is based on the next two games, and I think that is facts because with Sharon being gone the next two games, we're going to see who was really getting in the way. Because me personally, I thought how they called the game the first game was way different compared to what they did last night. You know,
That was scared last night. That was scared
exactly,
talk.
exactly. And then just to tap in on the defense right quick, I don't want to take up everybody's time, but as
Go
far as the
ahead. Go ahead.
defense, yeah, as far as the defense, man, to be honest, guys, I'm not too hard on old Wink because to be honest with you, the blitzing. Uh, to be honest, guys, I think if you watch the game, I think a lot of times I think is needed because I think we have a personnel issue. Like I'll give you an example. We're not getting much pressure without the blitz, that's that's more than likely because of our personnel issue. So I'll start here. Let's look at our DNs. Me personally, I don't think we don't have pass rushers. We have edge setters. So Derek Moore and the other guy, number four, to me, are edge
He did,
setters
guy.
more than their pass rushers. So if we're not getting pressure, then I guess he feels like that he has to bring the pressure. And then if you noticed in the second half, we actually did a much better job of getting off the field when he did bring the pressure because it made Mateer make quicker decisions. So whenever we did get off the field, it was because he was actually bringing pressure. Whenever he let those guys just sit back, Mateo was eating these guys up, and I don't know who the DB coach is as far as what he's doing with these guys, but it seems like we have like our defensive backfield has like the worst awareness I've ever seen. I'm talking about it was a lot of balls that was like Johnny
Hanging.
Manziel backyard football, throw it in the air, and these guys come down with it. It's like the awareness is horrible. I mean, like
Hmm.
horrible. It's like really really bad. But I do think that as far as the only thing I don't like about Wink is when he drops these DNs. Like I don't like that. I don't want my DNs dropping in college. Like I get it. That's what they do in the NFL, but it's a reason why you're dropping those guys, in the NFL because you're dropping an all pro guy in the NFL. We don't have all pro DNs. So I like my DNs coming forward, and then the guys that's supposed to cover, let them cover because you have to be smart. Your awareness has to be very good. Because they have to see the crosses coming off the field. They got to know who to pick up. It's just too much things to look at for college kids that are not all pro. So I think I think they kind of complex. I think it's just too complex for certain guys.
That's two things real quick, and you made some real good points. One, that's the scheme. Like that's not gonna stop them dropping those dudes out, especially against a passing game like that. That's the scheme. But the DNs with the DNs and not getting pressure with 4, you're right, we didn't. But before you just go blitz I gotta blitz every time, you have to do twists and stunts. To see if they can they pick up these twists and stunts before I start sending 5 and 6 guys. You have to see that. And that was a staple. Last year when we figured it out, we were doing twists and stunts. And that's with Mason Graham. That's with Josiah Stewart. That's with Kenneth Grant. So I'm trying to figure out why Wink didn't. I'm not going to twist and stunt or at all. I'm just going to blitz. It's like this offseason, he reset back to Wink from the beginning of last year. Like, oh, okay, I'm getting praised again. So let me just reset and default back to what I was doing. Like, bro, no.
But Johnny, like Derek Moore in the other DN, TJ Guy. It looks like guy. They didn't
does it look
get
like TJ Guys lost weight to anybody? Does he look skinnier?
He looked a little light. Yeah. Speaking of TJ Guy right quick, last year before he came to full-time starter, we heard all camp. That's all they kept talking about was like how great TJ Guy looked in camp, how great, like he was supposed to have like this monster season last year. And then as the season kind of play on, you kind of take that, it's you kind of chuckle at it because it's like, who wouldn't look great against that offensive line last year in camp? You're not really saying much, you know what I mean? Because he didn't really have a monster year last year. And to me, he's not trash. He's just a solid player. You know what I mean? So it's like, but him and Derek, like Josiah Stewart is a pass rusher. Derek Moore and TJ Guy are edge setters. So they're not going to get many sacks this year because that's just not what their game is.
Yeah, real quick. So they were blitzing, and here's the difference. They were blitzing in the second half, but they weren't zero blitzing. They were doing simulated pressures. They were doing zone blitzes.
Simulated pressure. And then the
problem I have is that zero blitz bullshit, where you're leaving everybody on the island and you're bringing fucking 6-7 guys. Get that out of the fucking playbook. I have never seen that fucking work with Wink. Not one time.
But so let me ask you this: do you think? But could this be he was just trying things because maybe some of the other things
you can't afford to just try things in the game, man. We're trying to win the game.
But again, to take it
every time you gotta try something.
Yeah, because I was going to say to take up because
that shit does not work.
I'm pretty sure Wink did that on 4th down against Ohio State last year.
Come on,
he ran that multiple times last year, and he got cooked every time.
But bro, when he
except against Ohio State,
right? But bro, when he tried that simulated pressure,
well, I don't think he ran a zero. Did he run a zero blitz against? I thought against Ohio State,
I'm pretty sure that's what we did on 4th down.
Maybe brought Jeremiah.
Last year against Ohio State.
He did it against Ohio State.
He did.
I got to see the play where he brought 7 people in one play against. I got to see that.
That's just who he is. If you go watch him, in the NFL. Wink is a zero blitz guy.
I gotta go back and look because I remember when I remember the Ohio State game, he called it like a Jesse Minter game where everything was they stayed in coverage. They maybe blitzed 5, maybe 6, but they never zero blitzed 7. I don't remember him ever doing that.
No, on that big play he did because one of the players said he did it too. Yeah, on that big stop he had at the end, he did do it because one of the players said he did it.
Wait! At the end of the Ohio State game?
Yeah,
You
when
talking
he
about the last drive?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah,
never
when he
zero
made that big
blitz.
stop.
They
One of the
didn't zero
players
blitz
said he
one
did it.
time.
Yeah.
No, they never zero blitz one time. If you watch that last drive, they kept everybody in coverage, and he would blitz a fifth guy. He blitzed Barham. They never zero blitzed. That never happened in the Ohio State game. He literally called a Jesse Minter game, which he needs to get back to doing, honestly.
Just speaking about the pass rushers, one thing I definitely want to see more is Barham coming off the edge, maybe putting Cole Sullivan
right.
in his spot at
Yeah, he's
linebacker.
actually our
Yeah,
best pass
I
rusher.
think we need to make Barham a defensive end.
Yeah, he's actually our best pass rusher.
And let number 23 play linebacker.
He don't want to do it. He don't want to be
do
just
it. Yeah.
Well, I don't care what he want to do. Shit.
I mean, I think he still should play
don't
linebacker
talk to
overall,
him.
but
Nope.
I definitely
I
want
feel
to
you
see him
though.
on the
I
edge
feel
more.
you.
Or I would say put in Nate Marshall more for TJ Guy.
The problem
Yeah,
is Marshall
yeah.
is ready all the way. If he ain't ready for big time,
Right. He's a
Yeah,
freshman. Right.
he's not
but
like
you got to
physically
get
developed yet. He's
but
still
we
really
got
a
to get
third
some
down
athletes.
player right
We
now.
got to get some athletes on that edge though, because it's like even week 1, like the sacks that we got came from pressure. It didn't come from like it didn't come from like just the basic down lineman. It came from him bringing pressure. Like we're like our front will not get many sacks this year. Just because it's just not
that's
who they
because
are as personnel.
I'm gonna keep saying this because you have to help them.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Right.
Twists and stunts. It's a staple. I've been
Right.
saying this because Jesse 2022,
Minter, right.
2022, Jesse Minter realized I just had Mike Morris and he was doing it by himself. That next year, he started twisting and stunning to make sure Braden McGregor, Jalen Harrell, and
Right.
Josiah Stewart and Derek Moore could get pressure. You
Right.
have to help them. Blitzing puts more stress on your back end. So you
Right.
have to help these dudes. And it's not about in Nate Mogg, it would leave running lanes for Mateer open, Johnny.
No, it wouldn't.
Was Mateer running or not? He was already running. What are we talking about?
Right. Right. And when you stunt the line, like it actually contains the quarterback.
I know.
Right. So like, and you're right, Johnny. That was the great thing about Minter. Minter understood how to attack an offensive line's sets. You know what I mean? Like Wink just don't do it. I don't get it with Wink.
But
Like,
but fellas though, like a lot of those players were in position. They just didn't make plays.
That's why I'm not mad at him.
I was about to say on
They
several of those
like they were
blitzes.
in like when he called some things, they were in position. They did not make plays.
That's what
I was about to say on several of those safety blitzes, what's his name? What's
Brandon
the dude that number 6? I forget his name right now. What's number 6? Hellman, bro. You don't have to lay the wood every time, bro. Sometimes just wrap up and
again.
You know what
He
I mean?
makes that
sometimes
play.
just
They get
wrap
off
up
the
and
field.
tackle, bro.
He makes that play. They get off the field.
Right. And you know what play was big that nobody's talking about is when Hill didn't get that interception because they end up scoring on that drive.
Yeah. I think he could have had 2 interceptions last night.
And you know what I didn't like neither? Look, you know what they did? They waited to the second half to put Hill on their best receiver. Because if you notice the second half, they put Hill on Burks, and we didn't even hear from Burks no more.
Yeah.
Because Burks was cooking our boy number 10. What's his name?
Bro, Zeke, Barry was getting cooked.
He was
Barry was getting Barry was getting beat.
All of that wasn't on him. He got beat
early.
No, not all of them, but he got beat on that one play.
But you know why? But you know why? The couple times he got beat because he was peeking in the backfield. That's why, and that's what I'm saying. It's like Wink could call up something, and guys would be in position, and then it'd be like, "Yo, how the wide receiver get behind you?" You know what I'm like? Like you don't know the play
because he didn't get hands on. All the big plays that he let up, he didn't get hands on at all. He just gave him a release to get to his spot. Like on that one, I think it was like kind of not an out and up. It was like down the sideline. That one play, I think, the second quarter. Like
it was the cover 2 call
right in front of him. Gets no hands on him, throws it right over his head.
I'll tell you,
like, hands on him, that pass is incomplete.
I'm telling you, guys have to make
too many
again.
releases.
Right on
guys
that
have
one
to
play,
make
bro.
plays.
They had a cover 2 call, and it's like the safety would like, bro, get over. You know what I mean? He wait to the last minute to go to the
Oh yeah, I
sideline,
know what
and
you're talking
it's
about.
like,
They kept getting cooked. They kept getting cooked on goes down the boundary, bro. Down
yeah, because
the
the safeties wasn't coming over
yeah.
on a cover
So
2. You know what I mean?
so D ends pass rush and secondary is going to be an issue for us, and that's just a personnel issue. But also
I think the
too,
secondary will be fine, but
but
Deion
the
Yeah, the
Lewis.
secondary didn't play that bad.
I don't like my secondary not having awareness. I'm sorry, that's just me. You know, it's just like you. It's like you got to know where the football is, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
when
I
you
get.
beat, you can't find the football.
I mean, but some of that stuff, but it's a reason why you get beat too, though. You know, because your eyes is
Well,
not in the
yeah.
right place.
In the
Your
middle of the
feet.
field, like I was saying after week 1, the middle of the field's barbecue
Hey,
chicken,
yeah, you
bro.
was right about that, bro. I remember you said that last week.
It's barbecue chicken,
And
bro. They
they
got hit.
tight end was killing us.
Yeah, they were hitting seams, they were hitting curls. Like I was saying that was a huge problem last week, bro, and like it showed up, bro.
And let me say this too. I don't like that we don't divulge injuries because none of us knew the tight end was injured.
Nobody. I hate that too.
Nobody knew,
I hate that too, man. I
bro.
hate that
Until the
too.
beginning of the game, we see our tight end with a damn boot on.
I hate that too,
Well,
bro.
I
Like
heard
for
that was
real.
gonna happen, but
Oh,
hey,
I
man,
didn't
but
know that. Everybody else
yeah,
knew that.
It's
I
yo.
heard like
It
literally
seems
the day
like
before the game.
under the Sharon Moore era, we had more injuries than anybody.
hey, what's the tight end 83? What's his name?
Marshall.
Zach Marshall.
Marshall.
Okay, if the O line holds up, by the way, there was a play in I think was
Right,
it the
right. I
fourth quarter.
seen that.
If the O line holds up and you
He was
give
wide
Bryce
open.
time to read it, the blown coverage, bro.
Right,
That's a touchdown.
right.
Let me ask y'all a question. How do y'all feel about the Metcalf kid? Because again, all camp, well, I think Sharon said he's going to be an all Big Ten player.
I mean, he didn't play bad.
Okay.
He didn't play bad.
Okay.
I don't really put it on him.
I guess me personally, like when you tell me like if you do an interview and you're like he's gonna be an all Big Ten player, just in my mind, I'm just thinking like, oh, he must gonna be out there making a bunch of plays.
I
Like,
mean,
I don't
it's
think
game 2, bro. I mean, he matter of fact, he had an interception.
Well, let's
in the
start.
game.
Let's just admit the fact that this coaching is the greatest cap. They cap more than any coach I've ever heard. Last year we were hearing how
all coaches
Davis
do, bro.
Warren was the second coming and he's completing 90% of his passes. So I'm not even gonna listen to nothing they say when it comes to camp shit.
McCaff had
I
an
think I would have
interception
to
in the
agree.
game.
Because you're selling again, all Big Ten performer. Like, like not saying I don't think the kid trash, but when you
He had
talking
an
about
interception in the game.
yeah, I mean, but the guy overthrown, he was right there. He was actually
I
beat. The
mean, you
guy
still
just threw
got to
it
catch
to
it.
him.
Shit.
You still got to make the play. We
You
ain't gonna
still got
not
to make the play.
making plays.
Yeah, if he dropped
Exactly,
it,
because you see Hill had one and he didn't catch it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a bad
players that have been
hill.
made
That
make
in
the
a
play.
Right.
the
wish
reason the
DJ would have set
interception,
it up. That might have
Hill,
been sick.
that drop by
Right,
Hill
exactly. He
was
did fall
tough.
down,
I mean,
Johnny.
Trigger
Right.
Hill, because what happened was then on third down, Hillman misses the tackle on Mattia,
Right.
and Mattia completes a big pass. So
Right.
twice on that drive, Michigan failed to execute an interception in your hand. It wasn't an athletic, like, oh, damn, bro, come on. No, that shit was literally in his hands.
Right, because
And
he
dropped
tipped it
And,
and he tipped it to
That's
himself.
what I
But
was
then
saying.
and then he
but you
tipped
gotta
it
give we gotta
himself.
give credit to that receiver too, because that receiver like knocked the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, that was
That
great
was a big
awareness
time
on
play.
that.
Hey,
That was
another
a big
thing.
when you watch
Go ahead.
Hill and you watch like his technique, he has a lot of issues at the line. Like he gets
Yeah, but
beat off the line.
played good yesterday.
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah, I
does. He does.
thought Hill
But
was great.
I'm just pointing out like like where a lot of times where he has issues at, but it's because like for instance like the interception that he could have had, it's just him being 6'2" and being able to recover. But it's like he really gets beat off the line like a lot.
Yeah.
Like his technique but is very bad. But again, he did have a solid game yesterday though. He
Yeah,
did.
he
He
had a
another-
solid game.
Another thing too, bro, is whenever they would run, and it was obvious when they were going to run Mateer, by the way. Whenever they would run Mateer, bro, we were out leveraged, and we would have a lot of times we would have one linebacker in the box.
Bro,
One
it seemed
linebacker.
like they didn't prepare for quarterback run.
We had one linebacker in the blocks in the box and 4 down linemen. Like it's clear advantage offense. Like you sometimes, bro, you need to line up in a way where you're giving your defense a better opportunity for success. If you got one linebacker in the box and it's gonna fail, bro. You're gonna get cooked.
And then but they schemed us real well, because if you see every time they went to an empty set, it was a quarterback run.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And we had one linebacker in the box. Like the alignment for that was trash.
But you only could have one if there's 5 wide. You can't.
Well, you could line you could.
Wide receiver play.
Yeah, you could line it up though where you're still covering and you could have you could still have 2 linebackers in it. You could run a zone where there's 2 linebackers still in the box. Like you could do. There's a way you could line up. There's a way you could line up where you're helping your defense out on those plays. Yeah, you could help your defense out with the line.
I mean, they could on those 5 wide plays. They could have come out in a cover 3 look, but just spread the linebackers out to the edges. So they're still in the box, but still able to drop back in coverage at a moment's notice if it is indeed a pass play. They could have done that. Another thing they could have also done is they could have also he could have found the page in Coaching for Dummies for the quarterback spy concept. That would have helped out tremendously throughout the game, because even if you look at their stats last week, Vajir ran a lot. I don't know why we didn't scheme for a running quarterback. Like did we come into that game assuming that he was just going to stay in the pocket and pass the whole game? Like, they didn't do that against an FCS team. What makes them think that they're going to do that against FBS team? That doesn't make any sense. They should have been game planning for Vajir to be getting some rushing yards.
Hey, somebody had just mentioned something about our wide receiver play. Let me ask you something, because I know wide receiver has been like a big topic for Mission. As far as us, how do y'all feel about the little wide receiver? I can't think. What's his name? Morgan. I'm not a fan.
I think him and Bryce got good chemistry.
I love him.
So here's.
By the way, he was 100% concussed. He was 100% concussed.
But even without the concuss, so like I know, like we talk about, we got to get rid of like the bubble passes and all of those stuff, and we definitely got to take that out. But me personally, from what I see, I think they only run that play because of him.
No, bro, that's
that's
Tim Leslie offense.
They only ran it once to him,
right? Exactly.
But here's my thing for him though. He don't make plays in the wide like he.
Nah, bro, we gotta stop with the Samaj hate.
Samaj, it's not
a tough, gritty player. I love Samaj.
No. What he is he's a leader, and he's tough. He provides energy. He's a captain type of player.
Catch.
Huh? Hey, you ain't nothing.
Any guy.
He's a dog.
He's a dog, bro. I don't really blame him. All I'm saying is, number one, need to take that number one jersey off.
Number one is the one you need to be talking to.
Facts.
Right, exactly. Number one was running around lazy and shit.
He is definitely selling right now for sure.
He needs to take that damn jersey off.
With a smile on his face.
Been with us.
Why
was he smiling so damn much?
Are you talking about McCauley?
Yeah, McCauley.
Yeah, McCauley.
Honestly, McCauley. Hold on. Honestly, McCauley had a good. Let's backtrack for a second. McCauley actually had a wide open touchdown. Yeah, actually had a wide open touchdown, and he was the best receiver on the night.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't even close.
No,
that ain't.
Are you talking? Wait, hold on. He was wide open in the end zone when he fakes out the receiver and cuts inside.
That was an option route.
The DB
right? Yeah, he was wide open.
He wasn't wide. He wasn't wide open.
Bryce had already started.
He was wide open.
Bryce already threw the ball. Right.
So he should have. I mean,
well, that's on the quarterback though. He's wide open.
That route was so lazy. That route was so lazy. He was thinking the whole time.
He was wide open. He wasn't wide open. Another time,
I will say
not even on bubble screens, not on reverses. He wasn't wide open on nothing other than.
I will say that pass that you're talking about, that option route where he was wide open in the end zone that Bryce threw the wrong direction. I will say that looked like more of a miscommunication between McCauley and Bryce than Bryce's mistiming the pass, because it looked like he made a decision, and Bryce wasn't on the same page. Bryce thought he was gonna
He pulled
keep
the
running
ball.
straight.
That's coaching, by the way, too. That's just bad coaching.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that broke down during that game, and that's something we are gonna have to button all that shit up when it comes.
Another one was the first.
Goodwin is our best wide receiver.
Another one. Another one is the first pass.
Those are those mistakes.
Another one is the first pass play of the night.
He's going to make misreads like that. That's the freshman thing. On the roll, under the lights. Those are the mistakes. He's not throwing interceptions, and he's not running. He's getting all this experience and passing from the pocket.
Yeah.
That is
my thing is
that one stat that you mentioned, that is going to I think that does is one good thing that we had of the night with how bad that we played, with how bad our coaching was. The one thing that we can take away from this night is, even though we lost, and we lost in a horrible fashion, we did not throw an interception.
All right,
I mean, that don't mean nothing if we ain't
got time for that stuff today.
Listen,
let me say this. Let me say this. What's the point of, you see the look of the coverage? You got McCulley out there 1-on-1. Forget the option route. Give me a skinny post. Bryce, well, give me a 3-step drop. You put it on the money and let's get it. Forget this option route. This dude ran that route so lazy and so slow. I'm not sure what was going to happen.
My biggest problem is how they used Bryce yesterday. Like, it was like, bro, you spent the first drive getting him into a rhythm, right? But then when it's time for him to make a play, you don't let him make a play on third down. Like, what? I don't understand I didn't understand none of the third down play calling last night. I mean, it was just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing, bro.
And number two, it was like, bro, you know, at some point we were like, you could tell the first couple drives, okay, we were going on the script. You know what I'm saying? But damn, like, when they started, man, they were very well prepared for our vanilla offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they started cheating and crashing the line like they were doing, we didn't adjust to that at all. And then we were calling these plays where Bryce was like rolling out the pocket, but he's turning his whole back to the field.
You know what's crazy?
You know what I'm saying?
Their defense was similar to the defense that TCU played in the playoffs a couple years ago, the way they were crashing down. It kind of gave me
another thing, guys.
If you can't get vertical,
don't talk about.
Hey guys, another thing though, in my opinion, another thing in my opinion, cut the RPO out and cut this stupid ass play action bullshit where he does a fake handoff and does a fucking spin around to throw the ball. That takes literally they're taking like 2 seconds to do that, and you're giving the defense, you're giving the front seven all this time to get in the backfield. No, you could drop back and do a quick little fake handoff and get right into your stance. You don't have to do this fucking. I'm a go back a couple steps, do a fake handoff, and then spin around. What the fuck is that? Who coaches like that?
Trying to be, I don't know if I'm trying to be cute or what.
They can take that out.
I don't know what that. I'm like, bro, why do you have this dude turning he's a freshman. Why do you have him turning his whole back to the defense like that? You know what I'm saying?
And we know he's not going to run. So at this point, what are you rolling him out? Why are you putting him in that type of
Bro, you could do a play action where you could do a play action where you literally put the ball, like, you know, you do a fake little handoff and you're still looking straight. You're still looking straight at dog. You don't have to do a play action where you walk back to give the ball to the running back and then you're doing a slow spin around. Like, the defense is you're giving the defense extra time to get there.
Yeah, and you're doing it late in game when you know that your offensive line is struggling. So you have to call the game as the game has flowed. What's the flow of the game? We're getting destroyed in pass blocking. I ain't got time to do this long developing play. Let me read these super chats out so somebody else go. Beats and Treat, appreciate the $2. This shows that Jim Harbaugh was the reason. Hey, I can't say you lying. I mean, Jim is Jim. Proof is in the pudding with him. Mr. Jones, appreciate the $5. By definition, a zero blitz is 6 or more coming and leaves no safety help. Wink got wink. That's a fact. Readings by Dom. Appreciate the $5, Dom. Sharon, burn that black zip up and hat. His record sucks in the game. Maize and blue, sir. Hey, I can't say you lying, Dom. Jay Lake, appreciate the $5. It may be an issue finding synergy between the press and smash concepts. That's a fact. Do you want the smash and the spread and smash concept? Maybe you should just let Chip do what he does.
Kelly do his thing, yeah.
I got one more.
Oh, my bad, bro.
Well, I got 2 more, I think. Sonny Ray, appreciate the $2. Bryce is a show car. Keep him clean and never run him. Oh no,
Crazy.
you wildin', man. You wildin'. Mr. Jones, appreciate the $5. Running a pro style offense, you got to have elite tight ends. We didn't even have one. Yeah, I mean they hurt. So go ahead, y'all.
I mean, you can't run Bryce this early. It's the second game of the season. You can't run him into the ground right now.
You didn't have to run him into the ground to win that game.
Stop saying that.
You didn't have to run him into the ground to win the game, though, bro.
Yeah,
You
to the ground.
didn't have to run him.
They didn't run him, period. Hold on. They didn't run him, period. What you mean run him into the ground?
I mean,
That's why the defensive ends kept crashing down because they knew he wasn't going to
run.
run.
What I'm saying is that idea cannot be what you're thinking about this year for Bryce because he planned.
Okay, well then don't play the game. Then don't play. Then just don't play the fucking games, then, bro.
What happens if he hobbles?
Then don't show up on the don't show up on the field, bro. Then you don't just care about winning, bro.
No, I absolutely do. The one thing I'm saying,
you obviously don't. You care more about this quarterback being around than you care about winning.
No, I care about having one.
Yeah, I care about winning games.
We don't have. Well, that's for you.
Didn't Oklahoma run their quarterback?
Bro,
we got messed up.
He's like a senior. He's like a junior.
No, it
senior.
don't matter what. It don't matter your age.
It does matter.
What does age
You
have
gotta
to do with running the quarterback?
Yo, this is hey Johnny. I gotta admit, man, this is the type of shit I don't like, bro.
I'm with you, bro. I don't like this.
Let's put them in fucking. Hey guys, let's put them in bubble wrap. Let's put them in fucking bubble wrap, right? Let's put them in. Let's put them in unbreakable glass and hope everything's alright.
Right.
Let's lose him and then have
I mean, but here's the difference, bro. Here's the difference.
Hold on. One at a time.
Yeah, y'all gotta stop talking over each other. Nobody can hear y'all when y'all talk all over each other. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, if you lose the man for the season, he hobbled. He's better than any backup quarterback we have behind him that could do.
What does it matter if we lose during the season? Bro, what does it matter?
We're not losing. We're not losing every game, though. This is one game. It is early.
Oh my lord!
Oh my god!
We still don't know who they are.
Hold on. Injury, bro. Bryce could just do a 3-step drop and just get injured. What you gonna say then?
Exactly.
Run him.
What I'm saying is,
no. You gotta use your weapons, bro. You gotta use your weapons. If he's a threat with his legs, I'm not saying run him 30 times, run him 15 times. Run them like 7 times. Let's see. You get a flow of the offense. Now they can't stack that box. Now them DNs ain't crashing.
In a 16-game season.
Right.
2-yard runs.
In a 16-game season.
It ain't no 16 games either.
Hey, the only way it's a 16-game season. The only way it's a 16-game season is if you win your games during the regular season.
Not a sprint.
You can't do a marathon if you get beat. You can't do no marathon if you get beat.
But you got on the field. You can run a marathon and he's the quarterback that's on the field.
Bro, you about to make me blow a gasket, bro.
Right.
You about to make me blow a gasket with this dumb shit.
Hold on,
bro.
Hey,
you can't run a marathon. You cannot run a marathon if you already getting beat during the regular season because you're scared to use your fucking quarterback. What the fuck is the point? What the fuck is the point? What the fuck is the point, bro?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's a marathon, so he's
God.
incoming freshman.
This is low IQ shit, bro.
Let me just ask him a question.
If they're using him as a quarterback, the players that's around him need to play better. the wide receivers
Oh
need
my
to play
Lord,
better.
bro.
He's
Yeah,
giving
but
those
listen,
guys
bro.
an
Yeah,
opportunity.
but
An
dog,
opportunity they wasn't getting no other
you know
years.
what makes
No other years. He's a
you
better
know what it make
quarterback than anything we have on just quarterback. He's a
you know
better
what it make
Bro,
quarterback
you know
than
what
anything we have on this roster.
you know what'll make everything better is if the defense has to worry about a quarterback who can break out on them. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
They still
Like
do. They
that's
still
part of
do.
No, they don't.
no, they
No, they
don't.
don't.
No,
No, they
they don't.
don't.
They clearly
It's like
they didn't.
what game was
Clearly
you watching last night, bro?
Bro, I mean,
the game where they were crashing
come
down
on,
and
man.
cheating on
Come
all our
on, bro.
plays.
Come on, bro.
Exactly.
What games
Yeah.
you watch?
So
Exactly.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. So when it comes to Bryce, we know he's a dual threat quarterback. He was handcuffed last night. You to go out there instead of telling Bryce to not run, you tell him if you see a play, make a play. That's all you got to do. Like there were a couple plays there where Bryce could have gotten the first down for us if he just ran. But you
Man,
could tell with how he was looking on the field, in his head he was thinking, "Coach told me not to run. Coach told me not to
I
run.
give you
Coach
that.
told me not
I
to
give
run."
you that. That I
There
give
were a
you.
You
couple
can't play
plays there
football.
where he was
You
already
can't
free
I'm
and
play
saying
clear, and he
football like
if
still was
those
looking
things are
downfield.
there, absolutely. I'm saying running like running like
Yeah.
he's like a back, like out the
Design
Oh
backfield.
yeah.
running
Don't
back
Yeah.
get me
run.
I
wrong.
get that. I
If
get
there's
that. I
but
get
plays
that.
that
check
he
it,
Don't
can
do
bro.
make,
that.
I don't care what
Look
quarterback
at
it
how
is. You
they're
don't have to be mobile. You don't have to
look
be
at where
mobile to make that throw.
Look at what Oklahoma's quarterback in the few times that he ran it. It's about keeping the defense off balance, bro.
Right.
So they can't key in on what you're doing. You know
I
what I'm saying? And we
understand that.
have a
No, because
quarterback.
listen.
Hold on, bro. Let me finish
Go
because you've
ahead. Go
been
ahead,
yapping
bro.
it up. No, we got a quarterback that can do many things with the football in his hands. You know what I'm saying? Why not use him to help keep the defense off balance? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because if you look at last night, bro, Oklahoma couldn't run with their running back. So you know what they did? They ran with their quarterback.
Yeah, and it's
Indeed.
it's designed, and it's a design run.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like it's
I'm not
part.
saying
So
it
you
won't
ain't
work.
putting them in the blender, but you
I'm not
giving
saying
him an
it wouldn't work.
opportunity to
Man.
to get some
I'm not
leverage
saying
back
it
on the
wouldn't work.
defense,
I'm
bro.
just
Oh,
saying
and by the way, I don't know if a lot of people caught this,
I'm not
but
saying
they
it
did.
wouldn't work.
One at a time. One at a time, y'all. Go ahead.
I'm saying that boy is 6'4", 235. Stop treating him with kid gloves. We just seen him lay
18.
out a damn linebacker on the y'all didn't see that play where he
I
laid
Oh
saw
yeah,
out
it
a
this
crack
damn
morning
pass.
when I
linebacker on like
rewatched.
a blitz or something?
Yeah,
Like
crack
let
pass.
him
I
run
don't.
the
You can knock
ball, bro.
somebody out. You can knock
Hey,
somebody out.
by the way, I don't know if a lot of people caught this. They called one QB run.
Yeah.
They did
Yeah,
call one
one.
QB
They
run.
got him
Yeah.
8
It was
yards.
like a
4-yard
They got him
loss.
like 8 or 9 yards.
Right. I'm
No,
not
no,
saying it
no,
wouldn't
no,
work.
no. This
No,
was
no, it
no,
didn't. I know what you're
no. They
talking
called
about, bro.
one
You're talking about
QB
that one
run when they
quarterback
were
run.
backed up into their end zone.
Right.
And lost like
Um,
4 yards.
yeah, they
They
lost like
know
4
it.
yards. So they did
They
call
know it.
one,
They called one.
but
Right.
Well, that
yeah,
was an
And
but
another
obvious
one too,
call.
because remember he got that
No, it was a
8. Oh no, that's when
scramble.
he just
That
took
wasn't a
off.
That was
quarterback
a
Right.
run.
scramble.
You're
That
right.
was a
He
scramble.
scrambled on that one. I forgot. My
there was
bad.
a scramble too. But they did call one QB run,
Yeah,
but
they
it
called one.
didn't
Right.
work well.
It was
But the
too
point
obvious.
is,
It was too obvious, man.
the point
It
is
was
though,
too obvious.
they needed remember when we had JJ and they
Right.
would call
Yeah.
power QB runs? We
Exactly.
have to do that with
Yeah.
Bryce, bro.
When he gets to the edge.
Right. And Bryce is bigger than JJ and a better runner.
And they saved
I
that.
just keep telling
They kind
people.
of saved that for big games. This
Specifically,
was
what
a
I
big
remember,
game.
This was a big game.
yeah, specifically like the
Yeah.
play I'm thinking of is the play versus Alabama, and also I think it was like Penn State, maybe Ohio
Yeah,
State,
Penn
where
State.
JJ
It was the
like
Penn State
literally
game.
power run right to the right, guys like
Yeah,
8,
they were doing
9,
that in
10,
the Alabama
12
game.
yards.
Hey,
That's
I
Yeah.
just want everybody to go back and watch his high school tape. He ran the ball.
Yeah. We seen it.
He ran the ball. People keep just saying, no, he's a pocket. No, he can throw from the pocket. But what made him the number one quarterback was that he was great at both.
Yeah.
And Michigan is handicapping him by not putting that a part of the offense because we scared to get him hurt. If you scared to get him hurt, don't play him.
Yeah.
Man, I was so
It's not scared to
pissed.
get him hurt. It's protecting him so he
No,
won't. So that
bro.
won't
You know,
happen.
No,
Man,
you're
dog.
talking about putting bubble
you
wrap
get hurt
around him. We
I'm
can't do
anytime.
definitely not
that.
talking about putting bubble wrap.
You
Definitely not talking
can't
about bubble
listen,
wrap.
bro. You
Definitely not
cannot
talking about
you
him being
can't
out there. I'm
call
not talking about putting him
plays.
in bubble wrap.
You cannot call plays if you scared.
Nah,
No,
bro,
it's not. So every quarterback runs. Every quarterback runs.
No,
We're
but
not-
Bryce can run.
Oh,
Not
this
every
is some
quarterback.
low
Right.
IQ shit,
Can
man.
he throw too? Can he throw? Can he throw too? Can he throw?
Yes, he can
He
throw.
can do all of it. That's
how
the
He
point.
completed 9 passes
how good
You're
is it?
handicapping
How
him.
good is it though?
Thank
How
you.
good
You're
is
Nine
how good is
handicapping.
his
What are you
arm?
doing? Stop.
How good is his arm? Is it good enough to play college
passes.
football? Is it good enough on this level?
Yeah, but you're not making no
What the
point.
fuck are you
What's the
asking,
point?
bro?
Nah, my
Because
brother.
if
Hold
you
on.
can play quarterback from the pocket and you don't have to bring that out, then that means the other player should play
Johnny,
better.
No,
this
Instead
is
of putting him in a
Time out.
This
position
ain't
where
Tom
he get hurt.
Brady.
Hold on. Ben.
I'm not saying he's Tom Brady. I'm saying
No.
he's good enough to play quarterback because
My-
what's behind him ain't good enough to play quarterback. I'm a Bills fan. We got Josh Allen. I pray that he don't get hurt because you know who if we get hurt, you know who we gonna turn into?
Okay,
We gonna be
terrible
we gonna be the
example. They
Jets.
run Josh Allen.
We gonna be the
tell
Jets.
They run
We
Josh
gonna
Allen.
be the Jets.
And Josh
We
Allen
gonna be
They
the
run
Jets.
Josh Allen.
But
Why are you
Yeah,
gonna
a
bring
good
up
still
Josh
can't get hurt.
Allen like
But
they don't run
we
him?
still can't afford to
a
get
good
him hurt.
example would be
We
Yeah,
golf.
but
still
they
could
run
still be a
him.
different
Come on,
team.
dog.
But if
They
he got
run
hurt, we
Josh
would be a
Allen. They let
different
Josh
team.
Allen run the
No, I
ball.
understand
That's a
that. I
terrible
understand
example.
that. I understand. It's not because what I'm saying, if he get hurt, I know what the Bills gonna look like, and that's what I
So
said in my
what
message.
is the
Bro,
If
bro,
he gets
tell
hurt,
me this.
I
Tell
know
me
what
this.
they're going to look
What
like.
what
They're
happens?
gonna look worse.
What happens when he doesn't run the ball and he becomes a 40 pass attempt player? You know, he throws picks. They run the ball because he can do it and it keeps the defense off balance. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We have a threat that can make where you have to put a man on the quarterback and respect that. You know what I'm saying? That gives more one-on-one opportunities on the outside. You know what I'm saying? And it makes your linebackers have to make decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude,
I love how this guy brought
I
up Josh
understand the
Allen.
concept.
Like they don't
I
run
understand
Josh
the
Allen.
concept.
Like,
That's not
what
what
are
I'm
we
saying.
doing?
You don't understand what I'm saying anytime. So please.
No, you
That's
making
not
no
what I'm
sense,
saying.
bro.
No, I'm telling you. No, I'm saying to you, if he gets hurt, yeah, I know they run
Bro,
Josh Allen.
Yeah, but they're
I
not.
understand
Oh my lord,
no, bro, if
they're not
anybody gets
using
hurt,
Josh
it's the
Allen,
if
game.
you
every player on the
design
field
runs
can
for
get
him,
hurt, bro.
buddy. But they're not, buddy. But
you're
they're not
taking more
scared to
hits if
run
you're
Josh
designing.
Allen. So
If you're
what is your point?
designing
Because the
runs for
coaching
him,
staff isn't scared to do it.
if you're designing runs, but when you're designing runs for him
Oh
to
my
run,
god, bro,
When
that
this
puts
is
him
quarterbacks
on
crazy.
and
top of my.
listen, let me say this. Most times when quarterbacks get hurt, that's running quarterbacks, it's in the pocket. It's not even when they run.
Absolutely. But he's
Exactly.
not sitting there. He know how to move. He's not one of those. He's not Tom Brady. That's what I'm saying. He's not
Guys,
Tom
can
Brady.
I
He's
point out
not
how
gonna
dumb
just
this
stand
point
there
is?
and make the throw.
He brings up the Bills. He brings up the Bills saying, "Well, I'm worried about what's behind Josh Allen." Well, buddy, the coaching staff don't give a fuck about that because they're running fucking Josh Allen.
No, the
A
coaching
better
staff don't care
example
about it
would
right now
have been the
because
Lions.
he is, but he hasn't been nearly as running as much as he has in the past.
What are
With
you talking?
Joe
Oh my
Brady,
god!
what do
Oh
you
my
mean? What
god,
are
bro!
you
This guy,
talking
man,
about?
Josh
What
Allen.
are you talking about?
He need to.
What are you
He's
talking
known
about?
for running.
Joe
He's
Brady,
known for running the
Joe
ball.
Brady, he do not run the ball as much as he
He
had.
runs the ball all the time. What are you
No, he
talking
does.
about,
No,
bro?
what are
At
you
least once
talking
a
about? No,
game.
he doesn't. What are
At
you
least once
talking
a
about?
game.
No,
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. No,
At
he
least
Oh
once
my
doesn't.
a
god,
game.
bro! This is crazy.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he
He
does.
throw the ball. He
Yes, he
throws the
does.
ball a lot more now.
He throws the
He
ball, but
plays
he
from the
also
pocket.
runs the ball when he
He
needs
extends
to. That's
plays.
the
He
point.
extends plays to the sideline. He
And he
throws
runs the
from the
ball.
pocket. Yes,
And
when
he
it's
runs the
available
ball.
to him. We don't. Yes, when it's
Yes, the
available
difference
to
is
him. When it's
the coaching
available.
staff is
We're
clearly telling
not
Bryce, don't
designing
run the
runs for
ball.
him
They're
5,
clearly
6,
telling
7, 8
Bryce, don't
times a
run the
game.
ball.
No, I'm not saying that. I understand they're telling him not to run because he's a freshman. Josh Allen's a bigger man. He's a pro. This kid ain't never take too many
Dude, get this
college
guy
hits.
some help,
They
bro.
ain't take, he ain't take that type of hit. So you want to run him 7 times a game as a freshman against grown men for 12
Don't play him then, buddy. Don't play him then. Don't play him then. Don't play him then.
They're playing scared, bro.
Yeah, like come on, like what pissed me off too is they finally got the offense flowing a little bit. They get down to like what was it, like the 25 to 30, whatever it was. And they got to 4th and 2, and then they kick a field goal and missed it. You know what I'm saying? This is like the epitome of like last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you got this dude. you know what I'm saying, who can do many things with the football, you know what I'm saying. On 4th and 2, man, go for it. What are y'all doing, dog?
Oh,
They
by
just
the way,
played
we
scared.
going for that last year. We would go for that last year. Hey guys, we should have known. We should have known this when he didn't go for 4th and 1 versus fucking New Mexico.
You know, you know what I'll say.
I
Sharon
mean, I
Moore,
would have thought they were
during
holding
his
back all that good
suspension,
4th down plays. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, what are y'all doing?
See,
dog?
I'm against that though because it's building a mentality. It's
I
not
understand.
about holding back plays. You
I
go for
understand
those
that
because you're
too.
building a mentality within your team. That's the
No, I
point.
get that
Right
too.
now he's building a coward mentality. He's telling his team, yeah, we don't go for those. We don't got big enough nut. We don't let our nuts hang on fucking short yardage. We're pussy about it.
I mean, he's not going to be Dan Campbell, but dog, like right there at that point in the game, they needed to go for that. You know what I'm saying? Get that boy.
During Sharon's suspension, I think he really needs to go and sit in on one of Dan Campbell's coach meetings, so he can kind of see the kind of intensity we need to see when it comes to coaching these players. He's being way too soft about shit. Like, I don't want him to pick up that 4th and down mentality, but I want him to pick up that intensity.
Ben Baller, you made a good point about mentality, because this is the problem right here. You want to be a tough team, but your star quarterback, you scared to run him. You scared to have him get in the fight. He's dropping back, and I can tell that you put it in him, don't get hit. So he's not standing in the pocket, standing tall, knowing he's about to get hit in the chops. He's backing up, fading away on some of these throws.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let that go. Oh, the rest of us in the battle, but Bryce gets protected. That ain't how you play football.
Yeah, exactly. And then you compound that with not going for short yardage 4th downs. Johnny. That's been a staple since 2021. That's been a staple. We go for those. We ain't scared to go for those short yards 4th downs. Now we scared to do it.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Come on, bro. Come on.
Hey,
dog.
punting from our side of the field was filthy. Like it was like
Why
on a
didn't they try to
38.
get that field goal with Tabata? That would have been a 55-yarder. That's in his wheelhouse.
Bro, I would have liked that better than punting from the bro. Are we back in the Lloyd Carr?
By the way, did we talk about how bad the punter is?
Yeah, he wasn't good last night. He wasn't good last night at all. Hey, what y'all think about Bryce?
We can't hear you, dude.
Oh, my bad. What y'all think about Bryce and what's his face and what's the Haynes getting into it last night?
I don't mind that at all.
I don't mind that at all.
I prefer that. I mean, that at least I know they still care.
That's normal.
You know
That's normal, bro.
Really,
and honestly, I think he had a right. I think
guys down there celebrating.
Yeah, I think Haynes had a right to be mad. I think if I'm understanding what happened correctly, I think that was supposed to actually be a handoff. I think Bryce fucked that up.
Yeah, because the receiver was blocking.
Yeah, that was clearly on Bryce. Because everybody else was on one page and he was on another.
And that's some of the stuff I just don't like. Like, why are we doing? If one hand we say we got a freshman quarterback, oh, we got to bring him along this way, but you got option routes and stuff that's big time football. Option routes, like your quarterback and your receiver being on the same page, the timing.
Right.
Why are we doing that, bro? Run a post. Just run a post, McCulley, and run it at full speed. What's this half speed jogging stuff? Like, what is that? And then you smiling coming back to the sideline? What you smiling about, bro? Is that just his personality? He's always smiling? Maybe it is.
I don't get it, dog.
Like,
we definitely have a lot that we need to button up coming in when we come into our next big game, because that, like, a lot of that play calling was not it that game. Bryce definitely has some things he's got to work on. Our receivers need to definitely work on stuff, especially McCulley, like what you were talking about. He's got to get in his route, not like take his time getting into his route. I think that hurt us a lot. That we need to definitely throw out bubble screens. Those don't work. I don't know why they're in the playbook. Throw out the and on 3rd down and long, why is a screen and a run in the options? That does not make sense. Get those out of there. We like the English. Work with me here. Those 360 play actions. Get those out of there. Not
Get those out
good
of
for
there, bro.
Bryce.
Those
Not
are
good.
garbage.
Not good for
Yeah, those
the
are
team at
so
all.
trash.
Like I don't know why he thought those. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea. Let's take a freshman quarterback, a pretty fresh offensive line, and let's throw a 360 play action at him. What do you think was going to happen, especially against a defense that's been blitzing, like sending the pressure every single play? They know they were thinking that we weren't going to be able to pass, which they were right. We weren't. I mean, we could pass if Chip would have called an actual passing play. Like the couple times he did, we got out. If the receiver caught the ball, we got out. We got yards, and then we went.
Hey,
And then
man,
as soon as
goes
we
back
found
to
something that
24.
worked, we abandoned
You
that.
gotta be real.
As soon as we found something that worked, we abandoned that whole concept and went to something else. On both offense and defense, we found something that worked. We abandoned it immediately. It's like we were trying to hand the game to them, and they were trying to give us the game. We were
Right.
both trying to help each other win the game, and nobody won. And the only team that was actually doing capitalizing on the mess ups was Oklahoma. We weren't capitalizing it. We got down to the red zone, missed a field goal. We got down to the red zone, we went 4 and out. Like just stupid shit.
I last week everybody was complaining about the defense. I didn't have a problem with the defense last night. Last night they were overexposed because again, the point I was making last week, we couldn't keep drives together. You know what I'm saying? They spent way too much time on the field.
That's why I say it's like
no, the defense got issues, bro. The defense
they got some issues.
I mean, of course.
I mean, it's weak.
But they played well enough. They played well enough
they could've
against
won.
a very good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That to keep us in the game when the offense was doing absolutely nothing.
That offense puts a lot of stress on your defense, a whole lot of stress, because they make you guard everything, sideline to sideline, north and south, deep balls, material running. You know, it's a lot for the defense. I said that in my pregame analysis. It's a lot. But
he didn't play that well to me. Like he played okay. He made plays when he needed to play to make them.
And
I'll
that's the
say
biggest
that.
thing you need to do.
And that's something that we needed to do with Bryce too, but we didn't.
But I'm
do
just
that.
saying, in terms of consistency, I think we did a good job with him. But man, you get a turnover, you get a turnover, and the offense doesn't capitalize on it at all. You know,
first of all,
it didn't help the defense at all.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, we got to have some balance there. And if the offense is just gonna be stagnant like this for most of the game, it's gonna be the same thing as it was last year, bro.
Yeah, and it looked the same. It looked the same.
Only letting up 24 points while our offense went 3 for 14 on third down. I mean,
Crazy,
I'm honestly fine with that. Like 3 for 14 on fourth down, that's insane. That's insane.
Well, a lot, but bro, they pretty much here's my problem. They gave up on the third downs, though. That's the thing. Like they didn't even try to convert them. They just gave up on them.
Whenever they got in the third and long, they just gave it up.
Yeah,
and
even though we were winning on one-on-ones, like we were winning our one-on-ones up until the third down, then we just threw a screen.
Like, what the hell? They got to figure that shit out, bro.
Oh, by the way, the block, the biggest concern, and the biggest concern for me, besides the play calling, maybe even more so than play calling, is the blocking. Like you could have whatever playbook you want. If you can't block, it doesn't matter. So
the receiver
I don't know what they got to do to fix the blocking. But that needs to be the primary focus, is getting the O-line to play. I don't know if Sharon got to fire Newsome today and focus on the O-line, he got to do it, because it doesn't matter what you throw out there play calling wise if your O-line and your receivers aren't blocking. It just doesn't matter.
We're gonna have bad blocking,
I will say,
it needs to be bad
on that botched run play. I will say on that botched
them old ones.
On that botched run play that Bryce threw instead of handing it off, McCauley was blocking the hell out of that guy. He blocked so well, he got a flag.
Yeah, it was a pass.
Remember, we did lose Haji last night. Is it any word yet on his condition? He didn't come back at all.
He said he
somebody said he out for the season. I heard
He's
somewhere.
not out for the season. He rolled up his ankle. I watched
post game last night. They said he rolled up.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
it
okay.
was
maybe
like
like
what
a
a
week or
straight.
two.
That's something we
But
gonna have to
Yeah,
deal with, bro. He
yeah, we
was
definitely
he
gonna have
was
to
a
deal with
senior.
it. But
He was a
bigger
senior. We gonna have to
picture
deal
for
with
me
that.
what I really think was the most thing that we have to deal with is up front, specifically our center. He was getting killed.
yeah.
His body.
Bro, there was a play. I'm glad you said that. There was a play when they did the
It's exactly
replay.
what I'm
The
thinking about.
center got fucking pushed
Yep.
on the ground like a bitch.
Yeah.
Crippen.
I think that was the play.
Yeah.
No, it was a rollout, I want to say.
Yeah, he blew it up before it even
Dude
got
got
started.
pancaked. Oh, by the way, Johnny, a lot of these rollouts are blocked so bad. They're blocked so bad. When he's rolling out, dudes are, and this happened against New Mexico. Dudes are in his face like immediately when he's rolling out. He don't even got a chance. He got to like throw it quick or try to throw it over somebody every time he rolls out. The blocking is so atrocious.
We had problems with their ends last night. We had problems with the way they schemed us like they were in our playbook. I'm telling you, the way they were the way they were cheating on some of these plays, it was like they knew what we were going to do.
Well, because we telegraph really bad. The telegraphing is terrible. When you put in Bredesen in the fucking slot, it's like, come on, dude. We know you running a fucking bubble screen or something because we ain't throwing it. He's only out there to block.
It's almost like they had their own personal Connor Stallions out there.
He at the game. Fuck.
G, we can't hear you. You at the game. Your connection must be bad or something. We can't hear nothing you saying.
Me?
Hey, all the bad.
Yeah, you at the game, G. I mean, we can't hear you. It's too much. It's it's too much going on. We can't hear you.
I'm about to leave. Red Zone about to come on, but
We see you, G, at the game. Enjoy the game, bro. I'm gonna bring you down and let more people up.
I'm about to dip out, but my question for you guys before I leave is, what do you think the biggest improvement has to be by Nebraska if we want to win that game?
The blocking, the O line and blocking.
It got
the
to be
lines,
O-line
both
in the
sides.
run game.
The O line,
the trenches.
yeah.
Period.
Because you can't run any plays if you're not blocking. It doesn't matter. You can have the best playbook in the world. If you're not blocking, it doesn't matter.
Right. It's
But
like
we don't have to
can't
play the best
average
playbook in the
4 to 5 yards on a run. It's gonna be a long season.
Man,
See,
we gotta figure out what concepts work for us and what don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I didn't have such a problem with the blocking until the two guys went down. But in terms of the play calling,
No, the blocking's trash, bro. It's trash.
I mean, but we moved the ball at times. The problem was the consistency in the play calling. I mean, it was just all
the play calling. The play calling's bad, but the blocking is the number one. Here's the thing, bro. For example, when we played Penn State in 2023, right? We ran the ball 30 times. You know what the difference was? We could block. We could move the ball. We could push it. We could push them back. You could run whatever you want, but if you can't block and your O-line's getting pushed 3 to 5 yards in the backfield on every play, what the fuck does it matter what you call?
And I'm gonna say this too. One thing that will help the offensive line in running is you have to have the quarterback as a threat to run the ball. If you watched last night, they defensive ends had no respect. They was just crashing down.
Yeah,
they was just crashing. So we gotta have some. I'm not saying running 20 times, but he gonna need at least 5 to 7 runs, design runs a game.
Yeah,
and that's not asking too much, bro. Like,
yeah, right.
You can't have this dude. Whoever's telling him. Like, tell him to be careful, but they preaching don't get hurt too much. And you can see it when he's in the pocket. Sometimes he don't want to get hit like that. Bro, you playing quarterback. You're going to have to take those hits and get hit in the mouth. That's the job.
Yeah,
That's the job.
I mean, like, when he's back in the pocket, you can see his head. Like, he sees a lane, and it looks like he hesitates for a second and looks back downfield real quick. Like, he sees the lane. You know he wants to go for it, but I think what happens is he sees it, and in his head he starts thinking, Coach said don't run. Coach said don't get hit. And then he looks back downfield. Like
Yeah,
there
you can
were
see
plays last game where he wanted to go, he wanted to get those yards, he wanted to help the team, but I think the coaching is really holding him back on that.
Hey y'all, I'm about to go from one disappointment to another. I'm about to watch my Raiders play. You can drop me down, Johnny. Go blue. but yeah, listen. Hopefully, hey, maybe I get a win this weekend. Let's find out. But y'all have a good one. I'll be back in a little while.
Keep calm, carry on, boys.
Yeah.
Go Blue.
I still say you know what I'm saying. We need consistency with the offense, bro. We didn't create no leverage with them boys. We just let them come and pile the line. You know what I'm saying? Bright, he's sitting up here looking with the dude. And I mean, you know, of course they mixed up their coverages, but I'm talking about the front seven. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they were cheating all up. The reason they were getting in the backfield like that, beating our blocks, is because they were out scheming us. These dudes, they were coming in at angles, they were cutting through the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't adjust to that at all. And that's something that I can say. Even last year, we were always a better second half team. We were always a good team at adjusting. You know what I'm saying? In the second half. And I didn't see none of that last night.
We had two plays on both offense and defense where we actually did a little bit of adjusting, and they worked. And then we immediately went back to that vanilla shit after they worked. Like it was almost like I don't know what it is. Like this has been a theme for like a lot of the coaches at the start of this season. They find something that works, and then they immediately abandon it to go back to what wasn't working. Like the Texas-Ohio game. They found a scheme that was working, running the ball. It was working. Then they immediately abandoned it and went back to passing. Michigan, we found something that worked. We immediately abandoned it and went back to doing what wasn't working. The screens, the runs on long downs, the not putting a QB spy out there. The times we put a QB spy out there, we did good. We stopped him. We got at least I think one or two sacks off of that. We got a bunch of almost sacks. Guys just got to learn how to wrap the quarterback up, not just try to, like Johnny said on Maze's show, chicken wing him. You gotta wrap them up. But like the times where we actually adjusted and did what we needed to do, it worked. But once it worked, we immediately abandoned that whole idea and went back to what wasn't working.
I got a question. First of all, what's up to the panel? What's up, Johnny? Does anybody know who the coach is going to be for the next 2 weeks? Anybody? Is it Biff Posey?
It's most likely Biff. We don't know yet, though.
Yeah. And I will. Another thing, while Sharon is on suspension, I really think he needs to. I don't know if you guys heard me before, but I really think he needs to sit in on a Dan Campbell coaches meeting and take some pointers from him. Not about the going 4-on-4. I don't think he should pick that up, but the mentality. I think he needs to get that. Dan, we need that intensity.
I just want to point out, if your head coach has to sit in on other head coaches' meetings like that, he ain't ready for the job. Bro.
I don't think Sharon is ready for that kind of job. Like looking at.
I started this when I came up here saying I'm out. I'm already out on Sharon. I've seen enough, in my opinion.
Well, listen. I know we in our emotions, but let's just. I mean, I'm just going.
Yeah, we got to chill on that one.
Coach Harbaugh, his first year, 10-3. Second year, he started 9-0, finished 10-3. Third year, like 9-4. Fourth year, 8-5. Like, I'm not saying I expect him to be Coach Harbaugh. We're in our emotions, and I used to be like Johnny back in the day. You go listen to them lives, man. Him used to just go at it, but we got to give him some grace, just a little bit. I'm not saying he should. Like, but this is this is my issue with him. JJ McCarthy was not 6'4", 225. When Coach Moore was the OC, JJ used to run a lot. They didn't say, well, JJ don't run. JJ ran a lot. You get a quote unquote generational quarterback, and you tell him not to run when that's a part of his forte, like Johnny was saying last night. You take away 30% of what he's good at. Right. Nobody wants a 70% quarterback. So if you let JJ run as the OC, who's not as big, not as strong, not as physical, and JJ was shifty, he got enough yards. You can't tell me you want Bryce to not run when you, as the OC, told JJ to run. And JJ he wouldn't shy away from contact. Bryce hit a dude in the first week.
I'm running.
Yeah. And when we saw the New Mexico game, Bryce can hit people, but you don't want him getting hit. That doesn't make sense to me. So, but all in all, I want to, like I said, I know we're emotional. I know tempers. I had to sleep on it because I was pissed too. I think Bryce is starting to get it. The game is slowing down for him. Let's just see what happens the next 2 weeks. And Coach Moore, like I said, Coach Harbaugh didn't come in and win a championship. We got to remember that. So let's just give him some time, see what he does.
Well,
Yeah, but
I'll say this.
two big differences though, bro. First of all, when Harbaugh took over, he took over some hot garbage, and he turned that around quick. Moore is I hate to say it, Moore is a fellow third baseman now. He's a fellow third baseman now. He took over. Yes, he is. He took over a great situation.
But
He took over a great situation.
You're missing the biggest
Yes, it was, bro. He took over a great situation, bro. He took over a good. He took over an established culture. He took over an established culture, and he had plenty of talent. This isn't like when Harbaugh took over and the culture was in the dumps and the talent wasn't that great. They're two totally different things.
But hold on, how long did it take Harbaugh? How long did it take Harbaugh to beat Ohio State? You know what I'm saying? Sherrone Moore is 2-0 against Ohio State right now.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying. I'm not ready just to burn it down like that.
Again, this goes back to what I was saying though. When Harbaugh took over, Ohio State was already winning the Big Ten, was already where they was at. They had a huge head start. When Sherrone Moore took over, we was already beating Ohio State and in their head, and the culture was already established.
Yeah, but these
bro,
teams are
it took him 6 years to beat Ohio State, bro.
Because he had to build to that point. When Moore took over, it was already built.
6 years,
yes.
though?
Not built.
Nah, bro.
It was already built when Moore took over.
You're saying that now, but everybody was pissed. Man. Everybody was pissed back then.
Yeah, we were mad, but if you actually objectively look at the two situations, Harbaugh took over a program that was in the dumps, and Urban Meyer was already running a well-oiled. They had just won the national fucking title. They just won the national title, and they were in the next season. They were the unanimous favorite to win it. Harbaugh had to build the program, and he built it, and he built it to a point to a national title.
Bro, you can't do revisionist history, bro.
This is what I'm. If I was in charge of UM,
no, dog, no.
If I was in charge of UM, I'm telling Sherrone Moore, hey, dog, you better get this shit together because I'm telling you right now, applications are open.
It took him 6 years. It took Harbaugh. It took Harbaugh 6 years, bro. We went through a lot of ups and downs. Everybody's got the rose-colored glasses about Harbaugh because of the last 4 years. But before that, dog, everybody was pissed at Harbaugh, dog, because
he almost got fired.
Yeah, a couple of times. You know what I'm saying?
No, he almost got fired one time, bro. And again, I'm gonna keep saying that Harbaugh built Michigan. Sherrone Moore ain't built shit. Sherrone Moore took over a program that was already built.
Like, stop it, bro. Stop it, please.
Sherrone Moore took over. Sherrone Moore the third baseman, bro. I'm gonna keep saying it.
I ain't seen nothing egregious where I feel like we got to burn the whole thing down. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think it'll be interesting in the next couple of weeks to see. We'll actually be able to see who's doing what with the offense.
Right.
Because I think that's
not firing my coach after week 2. Like,
yeah,
it's not just 1 week for me, bro. It's not just 1 week.
Yeah, but so you blaming him for last year when we didn't even have a quarterback?
No, he did great last year. Well, I mean, there's a couple hiccups. He did good last year.
Debatable.
He did good last year. There were a couple hiccups.
Debatable.
For last year,
bro. I don't even think at this point, this is my opinion. I don't think the offense was. I don't even think the offense last year was really Kirk Campbell. I think it was Sherrone.
How you gonna blame Sherrone?
Because we're seeing the same shit now. Because we're seeing the same shit right now.
Didn't even have a quarterback last year.
Exactly.
This is what I'm saying. No, this is what I'm saying. Even with the quarterback, this year, with the quarterback this year, the offense is exactly the same.
No, it's not the exact same.
How's it not? Explain how it's not.
Listen.
We're actually getting
and you gotta remember, right? Look, last year Jim Harbaugh held the damn team hostage. So Sherrone Moore didn't get the job. By the time he got the job, he couldn't even go get a transfer quarterback. It was too late.
That's true.
All the quarterbacks was gone. We could at least had Kyle McCord last year, but we couldn't do it because Sherrone Moore got the job at the end of the recruiting period. Harbaugh, if you really want to blame last year, I blame it on Harbaugh
Not to mention he stripped the and he stripped the coaching staff.
If Harbaugh's the coach last year, we were in the playoffs. If Harbaugh's the coach,
hold on, bro.
We're in the playoffs. If Harbaugh's the coach last year,
hold on, bro.
We are in the playoffs. If Harbaugh's the coach last year,
Harbaughh took the damn coaching staff with him. We forget that too.
Exactly.
Yeah. If Harbaugh's in the exact same situation as Sherrone Moore last year, we're in the playoffs.
Okay, who's the quarterback?
That was another problem. Hold on, that was another problem.
No, don't move forward.
Hold on, that was another problem because of the shuffling of the quarterbacks. That was another problem. We probably could have won a couple more games if we're not playing Russian roulette with the fucking quarterbacks last year.
So we was going to the playoffs with one of those quarterbacks last year.
Yeah, we would have made the playoffs.
Delusional as hell.
No, we would have made the playoffs.
Not going no damn playoffs.
Harbaugh's that good. Harbaugh's that good. We would have made the playoffs, bro.
I actually know who the quarterback would be, because one of the main driving forces for JJ going to the NFL was Harbaugh leaving. If Harbaugh stays, JJ stays.
JJ was leaving.
I ain't doing all that. I think JJ would have stayed. Let's be real. I think JJ would have stayed.
JJ was going to the NFL, bro.
No, not if Harbaugh doesn't leave.
No. JJ was 50-50.
Well, let's not even go with that. I think Davis Warren would have been a better quarterback if Harbaugh's there than when Sherrone's there.
He's the same
bro. And he's not benching him. And he's not benching him that early either. He's not benching him for Alex Orton.
Couldn't even complete a 15-yard play, a 10-yard play, dog. Like,
the difference is we're not benching him for Alex Orton.
Line of a dude that was wide open. Like,
that is true. If
we're not benching him for Alex Orton, that's my point. We're not benching him for Alex Orji. That's the point. Alex Orji got benched at fucking UNLV. The dude's trash.
Davis Warren wouldn't even be playing this year for nobody.
Well, I don't know about that.
I do.
If last year Davis Warren would have been our QB throughout the whole season, Alex Orji would have been transferred to like fullback, middle linebacker, or running back.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
The thing with us as fans, bro, we got to be realistic, bro. This team is flawed, bro. It's not, and I knew it was flawed and been saying it was flawed from the beginning. Like, this is not a playoff team, bro. I know we want to go to the playoffs. This is not a playoff team. And the best thing we can do this year is maybe.
Bro, we're not gonna. This is my honest opinion, bro. We're never gonna compete for a championship with Sherrone as a head coach.
Well, that's
we can't say that. I can't say that.
I mean,
that's your opinion.
We can't say that.
He's only in
that's
year
his
2.
Opinion, bro.
And also, this is only week 2. This is only week 2.
Yeah, it's week 2, bro.
We got plenty of time to develop our players, get them all on the same page. Losing this game doesn't hurt us tremendously. Yes, it was a ranked matchup, but it doesn't hurt us tremendously. We still have plenty of season left to go to improve, to get better, to see Bryce get better, to see our receivers click, to see our offensive line come together. We have plenty of time. I just hope it doesn't take until week 8 for Wink to get his shit together.
The running game is there, y'all.
I would like to. It'll be interesting to see in the next couple of weeks while Sherrone is gone to see how the offense runs. You know, if I see the same bullshit that I seen last night, that's on the OC. That ain't on Sherrone.
I don't think Bama's gonna let that happen.
Well, here's the thing, though, guys. That's hard to say because I guarantee you that whatever the next 2 weeks was already planned out by Sherrone. Like, I'm talking about practices and everything was probably already planned out structure-wise by Sherrone. So I don't know how much they're really going to deviate by what was already planned out. So I don't know about
Sherrone can't be a part of the build-up to the games at all. So they're flying solo the next 2 weeks. Sherrone's not has nothing to do with
at a press conference.
They probably already
change up what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At a press conference, Sherrone said he already.
Go sit down.
Yeah, at a press conference, Sherrone had already said that he already kind of planned it out. He already planned out what they were going to do.
He can have it planned out, but if the OCs see something, they want to change what they're going to do. They can do that, and there ain't nothing that Sherrone can do. So if Sherrone is the main issue, if they see Sherrone's plan isn't a good plan, They can change it. I mean, yeah, they might get
Well, that's
yelled
what
at
I'm
by some
saying, though. Do you
afterwards,
think they
but
would change it, though? Do you think they
I
would
think
change it, though? Because I can see that causing problems.
You
That's
have
not
to
what
adjust
too.
though. Like
But I
say,
mean, if
that's
you're
not.
say
if
you
you're a
go,
good coach, you have to use your best judgment when the head coach isn't there to
Hold
help
on,
say
you.
you go,
hold
say you
on,
go out
Lance.
there against Nebraska. All right.
Tired of
You
y'all
do this.
bickering over nothing. Wash the hands.
Somebody
Hey, mute
needs to
yourself,
do.
my boy. Joe Jackson, leave them boys alone.
Gonna be disciplining your kids on YouTube.
You don't
Yeah,
know.
man.
Yeah,
Mute yourself, my boy.
If the game plan is implemented, which they probably have implemented it already, what they want to do against Central and Nebraska, you wouldn't change it before game because that's gonna get you, bro. What are you doing changing the
Right.
game plan? You do that
That's
in
what I'm
game,
saying, yeah.
the flow of the game, then you change things because the game is
Absolutely.
different. So I had to make adjustments. But if he changes it before the game, all right, bro, I'm about to get you up out of here.
Right.
You
That's what I
sabotaging
was
me.
saying.
I
Yeah,
get
I
it.
don't think.
But I mean, yeah, we got, you know what I'm saying. Our place is set. You know, our game plan is set. I'm sure, but I'm talking about how the game flowed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
the flow
last
of the
night.
game. Now you do what you have to do to win once the game
Yeah,
is started, and you realize
but
the way the game is flowing.
but you see, you know what I'm saying, in how the way the plays are run, we'll see who's in control of the offense. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
If
hey,
I
let me
see
ask
the
y'all
shit,
this.
if I see the shit I
Go
seen
ahead.
last night, I'm putting that shit on the OC, bro. I'm straight up.
Hey,
That
let me
shit
ask y'all. Let me
horrible,
ask y'all
dog.
this. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think Grant Newsom is prepared for the job he has?
No,
Be
bro.
honest.
He needs to go back to tight ends. He
Yeah,
needs to go back to tight
the
end
offensive
coach.
line will struggle on the struggle bus. That's for sure.
Yeah, for 2 years straight now too. Sharon need to, because I think we got Castile as like an assistant. We need to promote him to offensive line coach.
Well,
And
you know what though? We should do, and I hate to bring up this school because obviously we hate them. But Ohio State has 3 offensive line coaches because I guess now you can hire is it like you can hire? There's like a no cap on the coaches you can hire, something
no,
like
they
that.
got like 3 assistants. They're not
No,
coaches.
they got 3 offensive line coaches. They got one for the tackles, I think one for the guards, and one for the center, something like that.
No, bro.
So that they can all focus in on each
No, we don't need
group.
No,
that.
you
Coach,
can't
Coach Moore
have.
didn't need. Coach Moore didn't need that, bro. Just get one who knows
It
what
ain't
they're
gonna
doing.
hurt
All
though.
that
It
beat
ain't
that
gonna
three.
hurt.
No.
No, it ain't gonna hurt. But
It
Yeah,
ain't
I
gonna
but
hurt.
don't
you have
think he's
somebody who
ready to
knows
go
what
out
they're
there.
doing. You don't. But Johnny, wouldn't you rather have an offensive line coach as an offensive line coach? I don't want a guard coach, a tackle coach, and a
No,
center
no,
coach.
no, no. You
Coach
missing
Moore.
it. You missing it.
You missed what he said.
In practice, you got a coach that can specifically teach these guys the right technique for guard.
Right.
A coach that can specifically teach the tackles the right technique for tackles. Then you got your offensive line coach over the whole offensive line.
Yeah,
So you got
exactly.
No, I understand that. I'm saying I would rather have a guy who knows. I would rather have a guy who knows how to do, like Mario Cristobal. He didn't need an assistant. He played one position on the O line. When
Well,
he was at
no.
Bama,
It's
they were
the
dominant. When he was in
reason.
Miami, they
The
doing their thing.
reason it was like that before is because you had a rule where you can only hire so many coaches, but that rule's not there anymore. So that's why certain teams like Ohio State is hiring extra coaches to specifically focus on specific needs. And honestly,
No,
their
I
old line
hear
looks
what you're
great. Their
saying, but
old line was looking pretty good.
I
So
hear
I think we need to do
against
something like
who
that.
though? I hear what you're saying. What I'm saying is, like me personally, I don't want an O line coach who only focus. Like say the O line coach was a center in college, he still knows how guards and tackles play. Period. He still does. Get one guy to focus on
You're
that.
missing
That's
it,
all I'm
bro.
saying.
You
No,
missing it.
I understand exactly what you're saying. I don't agree with you. That's what I'm saying. I'm not missing nothing. I just don't agree.
Yeah, I don't think I think having as many good minds that got good coaches. I don't think that's a bad thing. Having a bunch of good coaches. The more good coaches that you can have, as long as you're all on the same page, and as long as he knows how to teach the technique, I don't think it's a bad thing.
You know
For
what's
practice,
nice, Donnie?
For practice, go
You know
ahead.
what's really nice here? There isn't any excuses. It's not like it was windy or this happened or that happened. There's no excuses from the Michigan fan base, unlike some other schools. And Yesterday, I was in the grocery store. I forgot to share this with you, Johnny. I was in the grocery store yesterday before the game, and I'm wearing my Michigan hat. And along comes Mr. Buckeye here in San Diego, which is really rare. Really, really rare. Really rare to see a Buckeye out here, right? And I'm just minding my own business. And this guy, I don't know him from Adam, says to me, "Get the fuck out of here," because I got a Michigan hat on. And I'm saying to myself, this just exemplifies, validates the Buckeye mindset. They see this, and it's 4 in a row, and there could be as much chatter as they want in here about, Texas with 4 turnovers, failures on the 1, failures on the 9. The offensive line could not run block against Texas, and then beating up on Grambling. They would have been more entertaining game if Ohio State would have had an inter-team scrimmage on national television. But, fellas, let's take it easy, fellas. There's a lot of football left.
Yeah.
Still can't run the ball. Ohio State still cannot run the football. And we could talk about this and that. And the long and short of it is the hammer didn't happen. You guys lost the game last year. And just hanging on anything to make it go away. We don't want to lose to Michigan. That's all it is. And it's just total lack of sportsmanship in class. Just like the a-hole in the grocery store yesterday. Doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. Doesn't know me from anybody, but yet, because I'm wearing a Michigan hat, get the F out of here. You know what? We will see. All I do know, Ohio State isn't the number 1 team in the country. No, they're not. And we're going to see. And you guys want to puff up your chest about Justin Sayers thrown for 127 yards against Texas and then beating up on Grambling? Okay, have at it. But you're not going to get any excuses here. There was lack of cohesion. There was lack of control of the game by Michigan, which is Michigan football. And because of that lack of control, they were chasing the scoreboard. And with that came panic. You can't have that for a young quarterback. I don't care if Bryce runs, throws, or the cow jumps over the moon. You have younger players. The game must be, you got to be playing with a lead. If you're playing with the lead, you're having your rhythm, your continuity, and you're able then to experiment and try different things. But the hodgepodge play calling by Chip Lindsey last night didn't do anybody any favors. And if you ain't got it together and you want to run the ball, Johnny, you didn't run the ball. Line up and run the ball. Don't try doing it out of a spread. Don't do it. And Sharon, yes, show a little moxie. You're down there. It's 4th and 2. Don't bring in Zavada to kick the field goal. Go for it. Line up. Go for it. Show your team that you have trust in them.
Yes.
And that wasn't exhibited last night. Hopefully they'll get that fixed. Hopefully they will. But the Ohio State stuff, Ive, I love you, Ive. I mean, we go back and forth, but I mean, I'm in the grocery store, man, in San Diego, California. And this right here, I have some stranger telling me to get the fuck out of here. That's really like low end. And it's it is the typical banner of the Ohio State University fan base. But there's no excuses here, guys. We got beat and we got physically dominated, especially in the trenches. But we're not saying, this happened or that happened, or it was windy, or it was snowing, or the cow jumped over the moon, or somebody had hurt feelings, or, oh my goodness, somebody forgot to take out their nipple piercing. Sorry, Johnny. I couldn't.
Johnny, let me get in a little bit, bro, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I've been listening. Hey, man. First of all this fire Sharon talk and this and that, and comparing him to Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh is one of the greatest football coaches ever, bro. So to compare Sharon to that guy is fucking ridiculous and low IQ, as a boy has been saying all show. Come on, man. That's not fair. Secondly, this is a brand new team. Really, it's a brand new coaching staff, brand new everything. It's going to take a little bit of time. All right. Some of the decisions that happened last night, I was a little bit scratching my head. Not going for it on 4th and short. Some of the play calling. I think they can get that stuff fixed. But as far as the team looking like they were ready to play, they looked ready to play. I don't think we got physically dominated.
I think we missed assignments. I think it was back and forth because we dished it out to their O-line. They weren't just running the ball up and down the field. Mateer got off on us. But as far as this team being weak, soft, they're not ready to play, I did not see that last night at all. Them boys put it on the line. They just got beat on the road in a night game. Let them build a callus, guys. Let them build a callus. It's a brand new day. Harbaugh gone, man. JJ gone.
Lots of opportunities. I'm sorry, I can't remember the defensive back from Michigan who tipped the ball and then almost caught it, but that wide receiver from Oklahoma.
Metcalf.
There were some plays that could have turned the game around more.
That was Jair
here in the back. You know,
But Zaire was there though. I mean, he made a play on the ball, and then the guy made a play to break it up. I mean, he was where he's supposed to be. He got his head around. He put the ball in the air. He almost caught it. I mean, they made plays too. We didn't make enough plays. That's all.
When you drop a pick, something bad always happens right after.
Well, I mean, he dropped it, but he had to snap his head around. I mean, that wasn't an easy pick because the dude threw the ball on the line. He turned his head around. The ball's on him. I mean, and then he got his hands on it again, and it got caught. I mean, it's just one of those football plays, bro. That is football.
But
So
I'm just saying, when you drop a pick, something bad happens. I don't know why it always happens like that, but
no
it does.
Again, though, you know what I'm saying? Like when we did create opportunities, man, the offense didn't take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't get a pick and then go 3 and out.
No, that's facts though. Remember, even with Harbaugh, remember we couldn't score in the red zone with Harbaugh. Hold on, no, but remember with Harbaugh early on, man, we could not get in the red zone. That was a problem for years with Harbaugh. We forget about that kind of stuff. So this team has to grow, bro. I think last night's game is going to do better for us in the long run, man. I'm not saying I like losing. Fuck no. But I think the team learned a lot about themselves. I don't think they got pushed around. I think the offense has to trust some things, and the coach got to trust these players. I mean, it was out there all night.
Line got pushed around.
No, because we stopped old boy. No. We stopped that drive, but then we had that face mask call. Remember, we sacked old boy. We stopped him on their last run, but who was that grabbed his face mask? I think that was the last drive that extended that. It was like a 15-yard face mask. They got old boy in the backfield. Y'all remember that play?
Yeah. It wasn't Pierce. It was Trey Williams.
Yeah, he was back there. He grabbed the face mask, but that was like a third down play right there. There was a third or fourth down play that, 15-yard penalty, keep it going. So stuff like that kind of hurt us.
Was demoralizing. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing that we definitely need to do. One thing we definitely need to do is we need to trust our players on offense. We can't keep just playing it safe. We have to trust that our players can do what they're supposed to do. Especially Bryce. We know he can run the ball. We know he can pass the ball, and we already know he can hand it off. We need to trust Bryce to make plays when plays are there.
Yeah, they gotta trust him. That not trusting him and we can't get him heard and all that stuff. You can't do that. That's not how football is played, and that's not how your teammates believe in you. That's not how it works. He on that field, he's a football player. Let him play football, or you're gonna start losing the team. You're gonna start losing dudes. Because what makes him so different than me? What makes him so different than me?
Yeah, just because we paid him $12 million doesn't mean that we can't make him earn it. You know.
Yeah.
Big salute.
You gotta let him play. You gotta let him play.
Did y'all buy into the hype that this guy was gonna come in and just light up the league off rip like that?
No.
I mean,
but you gotta let him play, and you gotta let him throw. You gotta let him take hits. That's part of the game. I'm sorry.
I didn't think he would come in and light it out, but I thought that we would give him more support and help from the receivers. Like he a young player, so the offensive line, everybody around him got the help. Penalties, knowing your assignment, execution. We got to help him. So.
Yeah, they got to lift him up. If he's gonna be the starter, you veteran players have to lift him up. It seemed like Haynes was mad, but that big time run
like
at the second half, he lifted us up.
But listen though, but I don't want Haynes doing that. All that Alabama arguing on the sideline.
That wasn't right.
Get it out of here, bro.
Locker room, and I'm sure they talked about it. And let's get it.
Yeah, like y'all
but
said
it wasn't
earlier,
right on the sideline. That wasn't right.
Yo,
I mean, I didn't have a problem. Things get chippy on it. I didn't have a problem with that.
It's gonna
yeah,
happen.
me neither. Yeah, the
Matter of
culture
fact,
is
I
different
was
down there.
kind of glad to see that Bryce, he ain't scared. He went and chased after old boy. Like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? So I
Great
appreciate
players
that.
want the ball. Good and great players, they want the ball.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, it was a miscommunication. You know what I'm saying? It was a
third and
miscommunication.
2, I want the rock. I'm the best player on offense. Give me the ball.
But Johnny, we gotta admit there were some plays. There was some miscommunication when it comes to the handoff. Multiple times I saw it, and I'm looking like what. There was one play, the third, Bryce went one way, Justice went another way, and Justice didn't block, and that's when Bryce. I think I'm like, what happened?
He did the little spin around play action thing.
Yeah, and where
That
are the
happened
tight
multiple
ends?
times. I was starting to think that was a play design, the way he kept
Yeah,
doing
me
it.
too. What happened to Hanson? Where's Hanson? Where's Tonielli? Where's Bredesen? Bredesen is. I thought the mono was follow number 44. There were times Bredesen was blocking and nobody was blocking. When Max Bredesen blocks, you follow him because he knows where to go. Something is.
And that's what I said
they're
last
not
night.
clicking.
Piggybacking off of that
last night. Yeah, go ahead.
Marshall, play Parker or Capana. Marshall, I saw enough. Give Parker or Capana some of them snaps.
Capana was injured last night. That's why he didn't play.
Yeah, he was out.
I need this coaching staff. I need this coaching staff to go back and go look at that. Now I know it's a different playbook, but the concepts. Go back. The best drive I think Michigan had outside of that Alabama drive we had in the semifinal game was that first drive against Iowa when we went on the road to Iowa. That was our biggest road test. That was a beautiful drive. That's the kind of execution I want to see from our offense, man. I want guys lined up. I want them knowing where they need to go and just executing the plays, man. And it seems like they're a little bit sloppy. Like I was saying last night, some of that play action stuff look janky back there. The handoffs don't look crisp. It just looks a little disjointed back there. So I don't know if that's Bryce or just a new system they're trying to install. But they need to go back and look at that precision of that drive.
It was what Oklahoma playbook. They need to scale back the playbook and focus on what they want to do to attack a specific opponent and stick with that and get the lead in the game. You have the lead in the game, especially on the road with a freshman quarterback. You want to be playing the game with control, with the lead. And to me, Chip Lindsey was just, flipping plays like the entire 500 pages of the playbook is wide open. He's just randomly picking stuff. You don't do that to a freshman. You don't do that to a new team on the road in Oklahoma. You pare down what you want to do. You work on that in the practice leading up to the game, and you stick with it. And they were all over the place. And
all over the place.
When you're, even as a person, when you're thinking, your mind's on all many different things, does multitasking really produce anything for anyone? And that's what Chip Lindsey was trying to do. It's like, this isn't working. There's no continuity. There's no rhythm here, man. And we're playing behind, which isn't good.
Yeah, like option route, they're not on the same page. That's right. Me and my receiver have years, and we're locked in.
Right,
we ain't locked in. They're not locked in enough yet to be doing option routes, especially with an aggressive defense that is destroying our offensive line most of the time. You don't got time for no option route like that, bro. Call the play. You run a post. Run a post. You got one-on-one. McCulley, beat him. Bryce, stand in that pocket. If you got to get hit in the chops, guess what? That's the job. And go execute. Execute this 3-step drop and get it to him. That's what it needs to be. Not, you got an option route. This dude running, he don't look like he even ready to run an option route. Like, what are we talking about on some of this stuff? Make it simple at first. And then when you've got the simple things down, then you can execute them perfect. Then you add the more complicated stuff.
And Johnny, you say it all the time. The littlest things in a ball game, the littlest things could change the whole momentum of the game. And we were the victims of that last night. Instead of us making them happen, they were happening to us. And it's just not Michigan football. It's not.
And Oklahoma, they tried to give us the game. We had plenty of opportunities.
That's what made it even worse, bro. That's what made it so
It's
bad.
not like we went out there and just, I mean, we got our ass kicked, but it wasn't like it was just no hope in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had our opportunities and we did not capitalize because, like my man Dom said, like, we had no rhythm on offense. There was no consistency in the play calling. And I like that to me, that is what I see as the major fault in the game. You know what I'm saying? Last week, they did a great job of protecting Bryce, keeping him out of having to make those difficult decisions by the way they built their drives. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't see that. You didn't see that last night. I mean, it was just they were all over the place offensively.
Well,
do y'all think Klein going out? Do y'all think Klein going out hurt the offense that bad?
Yes,
of course. Is he that key?
It looks like
it looks like
you
not
know,
having other
the tight end
ends.
is always going to be
Ready.
the tight end is always going to be the quarterback's best friend when the play breaks down.
Because maybe Klein is more important than we thought. You know what I'm saying?
But you still got to have them ready,
though, bro. Somebody got to step up, though. Somebody got to step up, though. We got other tight ends. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this too, man. Bryce got to get he got to take some dip off that chip, man. This dude throwing the ball like he Brett Favre back in the '90s, dude.
Yes, yes.
I ain't saying throw them ducks because that one pass he threw was a duck, but McCullough caught it. But man, Samaj's hands ain't Jerry Rice's hands. Take some zip just to just develop that touch. He gonna get there, but he don't have the wide receivers now. They coming in, but doggone, man, don't be throwing no Randy Johnson pitches, man. Like chill out a little bit, bro.
Hey, we got Bryce for 3 years, yo. We got Bryce for 3 years. Bryce ain't going nowhere so we got 3 years of this guy, man. It's gonna get better, guys. It's gonna get better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think by the USC game, we'll probably see Bryce coming into his own. I think it's gonna be touch and go the next couple weeks. But once we get to that USC over in California, I think we're gonna see Bryce finally click in and have everything be looking the way that we think he should look right now. Is what I'll say.
I mean, at this point, I just want him to have his shit together by November. I don't care.
Obviously he should, especially by November, he definitely should. Because if he doesn't have it together by November, then we should have just been rocking Jaden Davis all season. You know.
So,
but
who's going to be?
Hey, hold on. Let me say one more thing about this because this is one thing that y'all was talking about and it was getting heated.
We don't know.
Hey, let me say one thing real quick because y'all were talking about this earlier about Bryce running the ball. Look, I don't want my quarterback running around like Mateer was running around last night. I don't care what nobody say. Give me JJ level running plays, and I'm good with that. I don't need him out there having to put it all on the line every dang on Saturday, where if he don't get 80 yards rushing and throw for 300 yards, we're not going to win. That ain't football. So I hear what y'all saying about running the boy, but I don't want to see him out there taking them type of shots on a regular basis. That's just not football.
But nobody, that's not what nobody was.
We just saying run pass option. We ain't saying QB power. We just saying do it enough to keep because you have he has the potential to be a threat with his legs. So use that as your leverage.
You got to.
That's all we were saying. We're not saying run him into the ground. We're saying use the leverage he has.
You have to call the plays to set up to build to run that stuff.
Exactly. Yes, you're right.
Hey y'all. If the opponent the play calling to then pull the plug on that and run those type of plays. You got to build to it, not just random play calling like you're playing a video game. You can't do it.
If the opposing defense sees that the quarterback is scared to run, if we see that Bryce's program not to run, opposing defensive coordinators see that too. They're gonna be like, he's top number in the backfield. He's not gonna run.
See, hold on. I like how Bryce keeps his head up when he's scrambling, man. He's so much more dangerous when he does that. Most of his big plays this year through the pass has been when he's got out and then hit one of them receivers down the sideline or in the seam. So I like him keeping his head up, man. because he's more dangerous that way to me. I think his arm is so
No,
strong.
we're not saying that. But when you call him plays where he turns his back on the defense completely, that's asinine, bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
And
You
I'm
know
not
what
even
I'm
saying
saying?
that we should run
Facts.
designed runs for him. Like at this point in time, I'm just saying we just need to. The coaching needs to tell Bryce, see a play, make a play. Like don't stop programming him to don't run, don't run, don't run. They need to tell him if you see a play, make a play. That's
But fellas,
that's the kind of running that I'm
this
saying. Not like
like
not
look
necessarily
at
designed runs. Just see a play, make a play. That's what I
this
would
is
like to.
this is where I'm skeptical because it's like they're so worried about Bryce getting hurt, they're not developing the guys behind him. If he does, I'm not saying he will get hurt, but in the event that he does, have Jaden ready, have somebody ready. Like when Cade went down, JJ, like Michigan is not known for. They're not a known school where you don't have a like the quarterback situation never should have looked like it looked last year. You got to have at
Hey,
least
Davis,
three
he
ready,
never
at
gonna be
least.
ready, bro. Davis ain't gonna be ready.
I don't.
Davis look
Well, but
Davis look
okay.
comfortable
Have
with some
somebody else.
headsets on, bro.
Right,
He look
but I'm
comfortable.
saying what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Michigan, like they're so worried about Bryce getting hurt, they're not worried about getting those other quarterbacks prepared in the event. Say Bryce has to come out. Say he's injured for a week or two. You're telling me Jaden that you can't get Jaden Davis ready in year two? Something's not right.
So
That's
who's going
coaching.
to coach? Who's going to coach the next 2 weeks? Because the new
We don't
rule
know.
is Sharon Moore cannot attend practice the next 2 weeks. So, I mean, who's going to coach? And my other follow-up to that is, we're appealing the NCAA. So why are we not putting our self-imposed punishment on hold as well? I mean, why are we adhering to that when we're going to appeal the NCAA? And if it goes to court, that'll be cost because there's no circumstantial evidence.
Well, Dom, that's a great question. I think that's more about the fine. If he just sits out, the NCAA can't say, well, they're being belligerent or whatever. They can. It's almost like we're giving you half of it. That fine, we ain't giving you that. You can take about 10 million or 5 million, but they can't say, well, they can't up the punishment. I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying I think Michigan just saying, well, just sit out these 2 games, we got it, but we just gonna play with that money a little bit. That's what I'm thinking is happening.
Well, the appeal is also on that third game as well. Not only just the fine, but it's also on that third game as well.
Who's going to coach?
Man, the NCAA is full of shit. They
We don't
just
know,
wanted
Dom.
to.
I think it's gonna be Biff. I hate to say it, I think it's gonna be Biff.
That might be exactly what the team needs.
Why I hate to say it, Biff is good.
Is an older, someone a little bit older to come in and kind of calm things down a little bit. Maybe that would be positive. I love Sharon Moore. I want to see him succeed. It's frustrating because it looked very much like the start of last year, and it's like, where the hell did this come from? And Wink's like, well, we got to rebuild the defense. We lost three guys to the NFL. But Wink, wasn't that the same defense that played Alabama in the bowl game? I mean, what kind of changes do we really need to make here?
It looks like Wink reverted back to year 1 Wink.
Yeah, defense didn't lose the game. Defense didn't lose this game.
Yeah, I mean,
they lost
in the fourth quarter, he got to a point. In the fourth quarter, he got to a point where they got desperate on defense, and them guys were gassed. They've been on the field all game. You know what I'm saying?
But look what they did. Look at the rotations, though.
They were way overexposed last night. They were way
Why would you start? Why would you look at the D line? 2 of those guys from the first game didn't start in the second game. Where's Benny at? Why you put Eno Eda? Like, what's going on? Something either you don't have a set D line, or you're still looking like too many guys are close in practice to where you're like, well, let me see. No, get your front 4. The Hausman and Barham, we know they're gonna play. The DBs. That D line, we haven't seen the consistent D line in 2 games. So something's going on.
And back to the quarterback run, when we do run it, we can give him an escort. I think you could put Brunson at the tight end, give him a shallow levels and roll him out. But to make that happen, your tackle got to get that edge. But we can give him an escort pulling a guard. I ain't saw a guard that can pull because of Bobby. I saw him pull a couple times and that looked really bad. So, but if you can pull him to the boundary, giving him the sideline and an escort, you got to run him like that to keep you safe. So,
Yo, fam.
that's how I would run it.
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Bishop. What it do? Hey man, you're fans of this A class. The tailgating was great down here, and we appreciate people that know how to play the game the right way. And it was straight up heavyweight fight, and without a doubt, hey, you made us better. You made us find out that we got some work to do. And we're
Hold
not
on, man.
finished.
Y'all was booing. Hold on. Cause they was booing our players. When Michigan players went down hurt, the Oklahoma fans was booing. Now you come here saying, "Oh, what a special day it was." I saw that shit.
But at the tailgate was nothing but cordial. I'm talking about the tailgate.
No, I think they were booing because they didn't. Sometimes players go down and drop down and they not hurt. So I think it was some of that. I don't think it was just.
It's all
he's hurt. Let's boo. You know what I'm saying? It was the thinking that it was gamesmanship.
Yeah, that's
We're not
just
Lane
part of the
Kiffin
game.
or
And people gonna flake out and they're gonna fan out. So that's them and theirs. I'm talking about how to play the game right. And bottom line, both teams came to play, and it was one on the field. Period. Point blank.
Y'all got a quarterback. I got to give it to him. I made a video, kind of a pregame speech kind of video, and it was about heart, showing heart, and he showed a lot. He showed heart, and he's a gamer. He's a gamer.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Well, I tell you what, Bryce is him, and you guys, without a doubt, that young man is going places. Y'all just gotta. The coaches just gotta unleash him. After 2 games, you see what you have. Now it's about buying completely in and trusting your game plan and sticking to your game plan, no matter what. And when you have your chance to exert yourself, assert it.
Yeah, we think so. It's just like the game is slowing down for them. It's slowing down. You could
no
tell.
doubt.
It's just it's going to take a few more weeks, but I do think. And shout out to Oklahoma. Like I said, we don't make excuses. We don't. Ain't no excuse making.
Yeah, shout out to Oklahoma. They played. Y'all played a hell of a game yesterday.
Yeah, it's all good, but hey, they show. That's probably a good thing for Michigan. They can see what they got to work on. It's a lot of things, and losses are lessons. Michigan should take this as a lesson. Justice Haynes is the dog. He did his thing.
Oh, no
Y'all
doubt.
guys, I would say this. The only thing I didn't like about the game is first for Oklahoma. It's almost like, man, that dude was just killing them every chance he got. But they got better by playing a wide receiver like that. They only will play maybe one more team with a wide receiver that good. But I mean, they held him to 5-35 last year, so that's like a month.
Why didn't we get him?
Yeah,
that's the question.
Probably didn't.
The one thing that I will say that I've said on Mays' show at the post game reaction is Oklahoma had their game plan set and they executed it flawlessly against Michigan. They knew what they had to do to take us down. They played a very good game, and we just got outplayed, plain and simple. That's what it came down to. Like, they did their best to try to give us the game. We just couldn't capitalize it. And the times where we messed up and got caused flags that put us at a disadvantage, Oklahoma did a great job at capitalizing on that as well. At the end of the day, we got outplayed, and that's kind of what it is. Like, no excuses from Michigan. We didn't come prepared. Oklahoma was ready for us. We're gonna regroup, and we'll see y'all next year in the big house. We'll be ready.
Absolutely. Yeah, all I did want to do is big up you guys, because when Haynes found that trap door, that's how you press a hole, and that was a NFL back read. And so, with that said, is that you guys made us better, because the gauntlet we have to go through in the SEC, and hey, brick by brick is how we got to build it this year. There's no excuses this year. They know they put it on us with the toughest schedule, so we just got to go through the gauntlet, and we're willing to do it. And each time we play someone, we take what we did great, but we're going to learn from what we didn't and make sure we keep building keep building the wall, because that's how the gumbo is made. You start with the root. One.
I appreciate you joining, Bishop.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna go and drop down to Dom. I'm gonna hit you up
I'm gonna
later,
drop
James. Hey, y'all have a good one, man. Hey,
y'all too.
Unapologetic with everybody in the chat. Y'all do y'all thing. Go Blue. It's gonna be all right, y'all. It's gonna be all right. It's just, I know we all, man. It's gonna be. We've been through worse. Rich Rod and Brady Hope. It's been worse. It's just week 2. They're gonna be good. They're gonna be good. It's all good. All right, I'm out, y'all.
So we
Yeah, I
got
kind of said last week, even if we lost to Oklahoma, I wasn't gonna be tripping because at the end of the day, it was gonna be a tough game. It was no way around that. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that was a big game for them. That was a big game for Oklahoma. They was talking about maybe firing Venables if he lost his game. So that was a huge game for them. And they played like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they came to play. They came
I
to
got a
play, bro.
question for y'all. What do y'all think about? I hope him blowing the kisses was to his family, because you blow the kisses after the game after you beat him. That's just me. I hope he was blowing them kisses to his wife and his kids, but you blow the kisses after you whoop him. That's just me.
You talking about Sharon?
Sharon, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. But
if you only give y'all final thoughts, go ahead, Detroit.
Like I said, I just want to see how I still think this team can get better. I think Bryce can get better. You know what I'm saying? They got to get back to protecting Bryce. That's the one thing they didn't do. And I mean, protect Bryce with the play calling. You know what I'm saying? They got to find some consistency and figure out what they want to do, how they want to attack it, and what's our strengths. Because last night it didn't look like we knew what our strengths were on offense. So I just want to see him get better.
All right. Go ahead, Lynch.
Yeah, I want to see them actually utilize Bryce the way that, with the entire reason we brought him in was to have a quarterback who could run, who could throw. We need to utilize him in the aspect in which we brought him in for. That's something we got to work on in the next coming weeks to get ready for that November game. We got to get Wink. I hope he clicks together and gets his scheme together before week 8. Yeah, at the end of the day, Oklahoma was more prepared for this game than we were. That's kind of what it came down to, and they outplayed us. We're going to see them next year. We're going to be ready for them, and they're not going to do to us what they just in the big house what they just did in Norman.
Got you. Appreciate you, Lynch. Dom, Father, what you got?
Johnny, thank you for having me, and also thank you again for hosting on Sunday. I mean, you freely give your time here for hours every Sunday when there's other things that you could do. And all of us who attend, whether you're a Michigan fan or Oklahoma, Ohio State, everyone needs to click the thumb and show some respect and gratitude for the time that you give us every Sunday to come here and voice and banner. And that's what makes the sport great. I said this before the season ever started. Whether we win or we lose in Oklahoma, it's going to be a win for the team because Bryce got exposed to that environment. It didn't go as planned. And in my opinion, given the tenacity and will to win that kid has, it's going to inspire him to work harder. And I also think it gives the coaching staff, not only Sharon, but the other coaches, to say, look, guys, do we want to repeat last year? Because that was last year. So we can either make a commitment to get it fixed and start moving forward and building slowly. But it all starts with continuity and strategic play calling and the randomness. I mean, let's keep it simple. You want to run, line up and run, and then work in and hit him with a play action pass. Johnny, we've been saying this for how long? And it's just very something simple that could get implemented. And maybe Sharon pulling back with Poggi coming in, Maybe that'll be a timeout that will suit the team well and kind of give a fresh set of eyes on things, and also give Sharon time to take a look and examine what's really going on. And maybe if he needs to take over the play calling, he does so and doesn't wait till later in the year. Nothing against Lindsey. He's new as well. He puts together, designs some good plays, but they just weren't executed. And I think that could be overcome by just dumbing it down a little bit and not having so many just random calls. And I think it'll allow the players to respond and react as opposed to thinking, which causes mistakes, miscues, and such. So, but thank you for having me, Johnny. Thank you very much for hosting again. And my only complaint, where's the dog? She's the star of the show, man. I need to see the dog.
Queen in their sleep.
Love you, man.
Appreciate you, Dom. D Brown.
All right, I'll be real quick, bro. Hey, man, thanks again. Like Dom said, man, we really do appreciate you, bro. For real. I think the team gonna be all right. I liked a lot of things that I saw. I like that the guys played hard. I think they played physical. And I'll say this: I would not be surprised if we're meeting Ohio State in November with that loss we had last night, and that's the only loss that we got. Don't be surprised, man. I think this team has a lot of potential. So with that, we'll see y'all next time.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, D. Coach Moore.
Thanks for having us, like everybody else said. I mean, it's good therapy. So for us, I think we're gonna be all right. The future's bright. Like I said, some of the young guys stepped up. Frazier, Sanders, a DB. I think he played. So some young guys came in and played decent. I don't think the moment was too big, and I think that's go bode well for us in the future. You know, those young guys and freshmen coming in with Bryce get some play. So I think this week we're gonna get back to with Biff. Biff gonna go back to them hardball principles. The only reason I said it'd be a bad thing with Biff because the passing probably would take but we need to get an identity. So it would be a good thing also. But I just feel like with Biff, he gonna come in and reestablish that identity. You know, so.
Got you. All right, bro. I appreciate you joining.
All right. Till next time, man.
Yes, sir. Go Blue. So that's what's going on. You know, we talked about everything. People talked about it. And to me, the big thing is great points by a lot of different people, you know, whether it's what exactly is this scheme? What exactly is it? Because, you know, you had Chip Lindsey's scheme, and then Sharon wanted to implement some of his scheme in a Chip Lindsey scheme. That's where you get the spread and smash. So what does that look like exactly? We know what the smash is. We know what the smash is. We know what that is. But what are you trying to do with your spread concepts? What exactly are we trying to do? You know, when you merge them together, all the screens that got figured out real fast. A good defensive coordinator and a good, maybe great defensive coordinator, I guess you would say. He figured it out real fast. This is what you got. And what was shocking and honestly pissed me off was the smile that Brent Venables had at halftime. He had a smile on his face like, oh, these boys is cooked. Got them all. I got them already. He had a smile on his face. I said, this mother is smiling at halftime. And obviously we see why he's smiling. I got John Mateer. My defense is playing lights out and they running screens all game. So I see why he was smiling. So they got to figure out what's our go-to and scale it back. Scale some of this stuff back. Scale some of this stuff back. Some of this stuff they're not ready for. The timing, the chemistry, it's not there yet. So scale it back. Option routes, scrap it. Scrap it. some of these play fake play designs, scrap it. Your offensive line ain't good enough. And I don't know if some of those play fakes were by design or if Bryce and Haynes weren't on the same page, because he's faking it to nobody. That defense ain't falling. A good defense ain't falling for it because their eye discipline is on point. So he sees the running back go this way, you play faking that way, you barbecue chicken. We coming for you, boy. Who you play faking to? Casper the Ghost? We coming to get you. So they have to get that. You got to figure it out. Because some of this stuff was like, bro, rewatching this game, I was like, what is some of this stuff? Derek Moore, I saw some loafing on defense also. You know, Derek Moore was loafing a little bit on some plays, and you know, so this is just a stepping stone. Stepping stone, you know, for Bryce. The offensive growing pains, those were expected. The offensive growing pains were expected. So the fact that Wink has to understand, if your pass rushers aren't getting there when you rush for, because the goal of any defense is to be able to rush for and get pressure. When you blitz, you put more pressure on your back end, because if the blitz don't get there, your back end is exposed. So the goal is to rush for. If you can't rush for, the next step isn't to blitz. The next step is to give them help. That's why I always preach twists and stunts, because it'll help your D tackles and your edge rushers to get pressure without blitzing. So you don't have to put so much pressure on your back end, which is the secondary. You get what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I'm not saying this stuff for no reason. I'm not saying this stuff because I don't like Wink. I'm saying this stuff because I know the defense and I know what is going to work. Like this ain't me hating on Wink or hating on somebody. I don't care to hate. I care for us to win the game. That's what I care about. I don't care about, man, I love Wink. I love Mentor. You know why I love Mentor? Because he won a championship. And that defense was cooking. That's why I love Mentor. He's got a special place in my heart. Because he was cooking. That's why Mentor is up on the pedestal. Wink has been the last 2 years, week 2, we've gotten cooked. Week 2. Texas, now slightly Oklahoma. Oklahoma wasn't that bad, honestly. You just didn't get any help from your offense besides that one play, you know? So that's the thing. Wink is I'm not killing Wink. Like they say, the defense didn't play that bad, but Wink has to look in the mirror about some of this stuff. And you have to try to get pressure with 4. That's what made this defense really cook. And then you come with your timely blitzes in certain situations. But as far as Bryce goes, they got to stop this. We not trying to get you hurt stuff. They got to stop it. Football ain't played that way. It's not played that way. You know what gained Bryce so much respect week 1? Was running out there doing that block so his teammate could score a touchdown. So don't make him not a football player. He's a football player. Yeah, he's a quarterback, but he's a football player. Let him play football. If you're not going to let him play football, sit him down then. When you're ready for him to play football, then you put him in the game. Because I guarantee if you put Jaden Davis or any of those other quarterbacks, you're going to let them run it and do whatever they got to do to win the game. I'm not I'm not in the position to be watching us play. We got to protect Bryce ball. That ain't no. I don't want my quarterback doing this. You know what I want my quarterback to do? You know what I want my quarterback to do? I want my quarterback to do whatever he has to do to win that game. Whatever you got to do to win that game, that's what I want you to do. That's me, though. That's me. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you move the ball. If you have to run Bryce 25 times, I don't care. That's me, though. That's me. I want to win the game. I want to win the game. I don't care. If we got to run him 25, run him 25. Because I'm trying to win. If we got to throw it 40 times for us to win, throw it 40 times. If we got to run Bryce 20 and let him throw it 20, do it to win. You play to win the game. I ain't trying to play no loser ball. I'm saving Bryce. We don't want to get him hit too much. I ain't playing no scary ball. Is we trying to win or we trying to lose? Oh, I heard somebody else say maybe we saving him for the Big Ten schedule. If we saving him for the Big Ten schedule, stop scheduling big time out of conference matchups. Stop scheduling them. Take them off the schedule. If we ain't playing to win, we just playing the game. I like to win. Like I say, I like to win more than I like to. I hate to lose more than I like to win. I ain't playing this. We can't. Injuries come with the game. If he gets hurt, he gets hurt. But you can't play scared. Because I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna read the super chats again and we're gonna get out of here. If you're constantly telling them, be careful, we don't want you to get injured, you can't get injured, that's gonna get in his psyche. And I could see it when he was in the pocket, that he was shying away a little bit from getting hit. I could see it when he was in the pocket, standing in the pocket, having to sit there and make throws when you know you're going to get hit. Great quarterbacks stand there because that's their job. When he's rolling out the pocket in the red zone, he could have turned it upfield. A little pump fake, turn upfield, and he probably picks up the first down. If he doesn't, it's probably a 4th and short or a 4th and 1. Play to win. You got to play to win. You can't be telling this dude, "Oh, don't run it." And every time he can run, he's looking for an out to pass it. Because sometimes when you make a little dump off pass or you make a pass outside the pocket, sometimes when you've got a great athlete at quarterback, sometimes him keeping it is the better option than him passing it, because he's the better athlete he's the better athlete sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's about him playing smart. If you do run it, get out of bounds. If you do run it, try to get down early if you can. But if you got to try to run to get a first down and you have to try to take on a defender, do what you got to do to win the game. If Bryce gets hurt on us trying to win a big time game, I ain't got a problem with it. Now, if it's against New Mexico, then I got a problem with it. If it's against Central, I got a problem with it. But big time games, when we need him to do what he has to do to win, bro, take the leashes off on whatever you got to do to win this game, win the game. I ain't with this. Well, we're protecting him all 2025. He's the starting quarterback, but we're going to protect him all 2025 to make sure he doesn't get hurt. I ain't with that. Some people are with that. If that's what you think, that's fine. I just know that's not how you play football, and it's going to give us bad results on the field. because that's not how you play. The game ain't played like that. It never was played like that. So that's about it with this. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let me read these super chats again, and we're gonna get out of here. Do. Appreciate the 199. James Cooper should have gave Mentor a blank check. Hey, Mentor was that dude. I can't front. That's a fact. Appreciate the $5. Diego. Wink third down defense since he took over has been trash. We can't get off the field. Yeah, part of that is Wink. Part of it is execution, I guess you would say. Some of both. Beats and treats. Appreciate the $2. This shows the Jim Harbaugh was the reason. Jim Harbaugh is Jim Harbaugh. It's a Hall of Fame coach. Appreciate the $5, Mr. Jones. By definition, a zero blitz is 6 or more coming and leaves no safety help. Wink got winked. Appreciate the $5, Dom. Sharon burned that black zip up and hat. His record sucks in that gear. Maize and blue, sir. Yeah, he needs to wear the colors, bro. Black ain't really our color. Yeah, we've got some gear that's black, but that's not the team colors. We're the team colors, bro. It is pretty wild he'd be wearing black. We're the team colors, bro. $5, Jay Lake. Appreciate it. It may be an issue finding synergy between the press and smash concept. That's a fact. That's a great point. Great point. Sonny Ray, appreciate the $2. Bryce is a show car. Keep him clean and never run him. I wouldn't do that. Now, you got to run him sometime now. Mr. Jones, appreciate the $5. Running a pro-style offense, you got to have elite tight ends. We didn't even have one. Well, our tight ends are dinged up. The Bull will win. Appreciate the $2. Ben, you know we in make-believe land now. Yeah, Ben was wilding a little bit with Sharon, but hey, that's his opinion. The Bull will win. Appreciate the $2. Ben, I'm here to pump you full of hope. No pause. Woo. So yeah, that's about it. You know, games like this is gonna be when we have a game like this. I'm not gonna bring up OSU fans and stuff, you know, to talk the trash, because you know, even though you know when it is the college football calling show or the barbershop, like I like to call it, Michigan fans still need a space to vent what they want to talk about and vent about their team and talk about our team without OSU's opinion coming in. You know what I'm saying? Because they got plenty of spaces where they ain't letting you up to talk. You know what I'm saying? So when we got a game like this in a loss and most of us are in our feelings, you know, I'm gonna keep it to Michigan fans. You know, I think that's only right at first, you know. But what's going on? We got Central coming up. Pregame analysis will probably come out Monday. And you know, I said I didn't like my pregame analysis video, mainly because I jumped around a little bit too much. But honestly, that pregame analysis was pretty spot on. I'm pretty good at this. That pregame analysis was pretty spot on. Now that I think about it, it was. I'm gonna keep it real. That pregame analysis I made for Oklahoma, it was pretty good. Looking back at the actual points and not me, you know, jumping around a little bit too much. I guess you say from a production standpoint, it wasn't the best, but as far as my points about what's gonna happen in the Oklahoma game, it was pretty spot on. I ain't gonna front. It was pretty. I'm pretty good at this. But what we got? So yeah, we got the pregame analysis for Central, what I expect to see, what I want to see. You know, it's Central, so it ain't like I got to go too deep into what they're going to be doing. And we'll find out who's coaching also. I'm sure they're going to announce it pretty soon. Also, got to look out for who's injured. Oklahoma took us in the ring. They took us in the ring, and we were battered and bruised coming out of there. And I think some of the players were cramping a little bit too. It looked like it was a little warm down there. I'm not sure, but you know, they took us into the ring, and it was a battle. we came into that game battled and bruised from each other and from practice and stuff, and it got even worse coming out of that game. We got to find out how bad Zeke's injury is. El Hadi, how long he's out. Klein obviously didn't play. You know, yeah, we were battered and bruised coming out of that game. Samaj, does he have a concussion? Is he in concussion protocol? You know, we were battered and bruised, and they might need to scale it back. I'm gonna keep it real. They might need to scale it back a little bit in practice. And I know Wink likes to be able to hit a lot in practice, but they might need to scale it back a little bit. That's just my opinion. You know, they might need to scale it back a little bit in practice. You can't beat up on the other team if y'all beating each other up all through the week, especially now that the season has started. You got to let these boys rest up some. You got to let them rest up and heal and be ready for Saturday. If they beating each other up too bad in practice, they ain't gonna be ready for Saturday all the way. You ain't gonna have the guys that you need to win the battles. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing with that. But what else? Thursday call-in show. Me, TJ on Voice of College Football Michigan channel. You know, tune in. So I'll be, you know, I'm on there on Thursdays, the call-in show with TJ Ronan. So looking for y'all on there. Shout out to John D'Adamo. I saw him in here earlier. And also Saturday mornings, we got the call-in show. Not the call-in show. We got a pregame show. Me, Josh Marcus from A House Divided, Maze and Maniac. And I think it's a pretty good show for pregame, you know, if you don't want to watch College Game Day or Big Noon Kickoff. You know, it's just something else you can turn on and, you know, see some of your favorite podcasters, you know, talking about not just their favorite teams, but other college football teams. And, you know, come check us out. You might enjoy it. You might not, you know. So, but I appreciate everybody that called in. Sonny Ray, Homie Don't Play. You know, some of y'all didn't like his takes, but appreciate him calling in. Ben Baller, Maniac, Maze, the Dom Father, shout out to Dom, Steven, you know, and some of Troy, I think, called in. The Oklahoma fan, forgive me, I can't remember your name. And the other guys, some of y'all are new, so I can't remember y'all names, but I appreciate y'all. Dom, I do want to get into coaching, but it's just too hot down here in Florida. You know, I was born in Michigan, so I'm still not used to Florida. It's just too hot. I can't take the Florida. I live in Florida, but I can't take the Florida heat. So I couldn't imagine being out there in 2 days in August. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Like, so that's the thing. But if I was to move back to Memphis or up north, I definitely would be coaching for sure. But that's about all I got for this one, y'all. You know, we licking our wounds right now, but the season ain't over for us. That's the thing right now. The season's not over for us, especially Big Ten. So they gotta, get it together, band together, find your leaders, get your scheme, figure out what works on offense, figure out what works on defense, tighten it up, and let's go try to win the Big Ten. This ain't over. This ain't over for us. You know, it's funny for our rivals and people that don't like Michigan, but hey, our goals are still right there. Now I'm sure Oklahoma was a goal, but let's scratch that one off. Not complete. But the rest of our goals for the season, they right there for us. They right there. So we're gonna wipe ourselves off, tighten it up, and let's go try to win the Big Ten. That's all you can do. Your goals are still right there for you to win and accomplish them. And try to win the Big Ten and try to make this playoff. So ain't no poo-pooing. You talk about it, you watch the film, see what you did wrong, and let's go try to win the Big Ten. That's all you can do. You know? So That's all I got for this one, y'all. Like, share, wait, let me hold on real quick. Let me do some now. So yeah, that's it. So like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.
It's great. 2 men.